Okay. Oh my gosh, welcome. Okay, so we are going to spend the next 2 hours together. So go ahead and I'm going to be watching the chat, and then Brendan's going to help me. I'm going to kind of give kind of like a background just to get y'all going in the right direction, moving in the right direction. And I want to officially welcome y'all with this quick start bonus training and just kind of getting some of your questions answered right away. So first off, I just want to say thank you so much for trusting me. Me and my team are so excited to help you. And we just know going into fourth quarter, there's endless opportunities, and we're excited to share that with you. And then also, as you have questions, if you want to type on the side in the chat. Hey guys, oh, I love whenever I see all of y'all's fun paintings. I see Gloria and I see Kelly. Is that a painting behind you, Kelly? Or is that a picture? Maybe it's a picture. Oh, there's peace sign paintings. Awesome. Well, we are out of water at my house. So all I had to choose from was root beer or strawberry mango sparkling water. And it is very disgusting. So I'm going to be drinking that throughout this time together. Yeah, I do not like it. Oh, strawberry mango. I mean, it's like kind of good, but it just doesn't quench your thirst like you want it to. Okay, so real quick, I want to just first off welcome y'all. Let me go ahead and do the screen so I can just see y'all's pretty faces. And then what we're going to do is from 6 to 8, I'm going to spend 2 full hours answering questions, and I'm going to kind of give you an overview really quick of what is happening. So 2 times a year, we open the doors to the public to Paint Party headquarters. So usually what happens is a lot of people come in a very short amount of time. What I don't want to happen to y'all is you get overwhelmed and you're not really sure what to do. So whenever you get into the Facebook group, what I want you to do is make sure when you start to get confused, and I'll be probably sharing my screen from time to time today, when you get into the Facebook group, what you don't want to do is get confused, too overwhelmed, and then you're not really sure. Let me show you right here. Let me share my screen. Right here under discussion is where if you get confused, you can go right here and ask a question right away. So, what type of brushes should I go to? If you're ever confused too, you can go right here to search, and you can immediately search this group. Okay, so how to add a PayPal button, for example, is an easy one. And it's going to bring you to anybody who's talked about it, as well as if you look for me, you're going to see usually a training that I've created on this, okay? And then here's another one, March 12th, another for adding PayPal business and button and links like that. So the reason I show you this is I want you to see that there is so much information, but you can be overwhelmed. And so a lot of times you're going to need to go to that announcement section, because that's going to be the main thing. And then also I want you, whenever you're asking your questions, try to keep them like short and sweet when you're typing them. Because if you do like a lot of paragraphs, what happens is people, because me, my team, as well as over 2,000 other creatives are in there, and we're going to be able to help you and get you moving along faster if we have like exactly what you need. Sometimes if people read too much information, they're like, oh my goodness, I don't know where to go. And then I'm going to show you real quick. This is kind of like whatever is most important right now. This is where it's always going to be. Right here, if you go to announcements, this is the most important stuff I'm going to want you to have. So next week, whenever, like if you're ever unsure of where to go to announcements. We have tons of stuff in units, but I really want you to know about announcements. And then, let's see. Oh, okay, good. Yeah, she's resending the link. Okay, and then right here, if you're on your Facebook page on your phone, let me show you something really quick. Let me stop share so you can see it. If you're on your phone like this, see right here, you can scroll over, you can move these. Right here again is announcements. So again, you're going to see it from here as well. So here's the cool thing about Paint Party headquarters is you're going to have access through, the trainings will be sent through your email. The trainings are also going to be sent through the Facebook page as well as the Paint Party headquarters website. So you're going to have tons of places to see it. And then another thing, just to remind y'all, and I know all of y'all in here probably are appreciating this. We are a no tolerance mean zone, okay? Like if you're mean, and I've said this so many times, Brendan, I don't see a waiting room. Let me see real quick. We have, trying to make sure everybody's getting to the right place. Yeah. Okay. So when y'all click the link, did y'all click it through an email? Yeah, through an email. Yeah, because we have, let me see real quick, because we have, let's see, 256 people who have joined, and usually a quick start meeting would have like 100. Let me make sure. Participants. Let me make sure we don't have like a waiting room happening. No, we don't have a waiting room. Oh, maybe they're in the waiting room. I'm
not sure if you can hear me.
Yeah, I can hear you.
If you click on the participants icon at the bottom of the Zoom screen, I think that's maybe where the waiting room pops up. I could be wrong, but I know that I've encountered this before when I've hosted Zoom meetings, that people are caught in the waiting room, and that's, I think, where it used to be.
Yeah, and Janelle, I know what you're saying, because it definitely was there. I've had the waiting room before. Let me real quick go into my Zoom and just make sure waiting room wasn't enabled, because I can change that real quick too.
Oh yeah, if it can just like bulk let everyone in. And I don't know if it makes any difference too, since you're on here as like 2 different participants, if it matters what account you're on right now, because there's 2 Heidi Easleys.
Oh yeah, Brendan, it might, there's our other Heidi Easley.
Okay.
Brendan, see if it's letting you, well, we don't have waiting room on there. That's off. Oh, I can't hear you. Hold on. Let me ask to unmute you.
I've never seen this before. So usually when we send out a link via email, I sent one out at 12 and then again 10 minutes before this started, and it should be about 100 people.
Let me see. Well, thank y'all for being patient while we figure this out real quick.
I just sent it again.
It's what?
It's sending again to everyone that joined the last 7 days.
This is some behind the scenes tech stuff that you're gonna see behind the scenes and learn as you're doing this stuff. Let's see real quick. You sent to the Paint Party headquarters customer list, right? Let's see real quick.
We also sent it to the team to click on.
Yeah, it's sent to all of them. You know what's so cool about this is y'all are going to be able to answer, y'all are going to be able to ask a lot of questions. So bonus for y'all. Let's see, a few of us didn't get the email till right before it started. Yeah, I think we sent it a couple times, so it might be going to spam. Yeah, because it says it's sent to everybody within the past. Well, we're just going to go for it. And then hopefully the team is looking out for people who are frantic. Maybe, Brendan, maybe we can post in Paint Party headquarters. If you're brand new,
you want 2,000 people on this?
How can we do that? Yeah, we don't want 2,000 people on the Zoom. Yeah, Amber, things happen. I know. Let's problem solve this, guys, because if we post this link to the entire Paint Party headquarters, I want to make sure y'all are getting your questions answered.
Julie just got on.
All right, I got it. Finally.
Okay. So somebody else got on. Oh, good. Some people, I think it's working now. Maybe.
I'll see ya. Yeah, it just took forever for it to come through. Now I just got to figure out how to get my video going.
Maybe that's why.
Rebecca's on.
Okay.
Lysandra, she just joined.
Okay, good. So maybe it's just taking a minute for Aweber to do its thing. That's an email system.
Wow.
Yeah, it's like Still not very many.
Let's see. You want to ask someone else who just joined how they got the link?
Yeah, Lysandra, and Althea.
Althea.
And Althea, did you see it through your email?
Yeah, through the email. It took like 11 minutes for it to finally come through, though. I kept refreshing and refreshing.
You know what, Brendan? Why don't you post in Paint Party headquarters, hey, if you have joined in the last few days, check your email. Like if you joined since Sunday, check your email, because that's probably what's happened. It's just probably so many. It's taken longer.
I had black tape over my picture.
Oh yeah, it's like fuzzy.
Yeah. I was like, why isn't it working? And I realized I had black tape over it, so I wasn't even seeing it.
Yeah, now it's even like, I don't know if you can tell, it's like a haze.
Yeah, it's got like a little tiny light right here, and I have a bird, and he kept pecking at the light. So.
Oh no. Okay. All right. Well, we're gonna go ahead and continue while Brendan's doing that, and then basically what I was saying at the beginning. First off, welcome. When you start to post your questions in Paint Party headquarters, make sure you're keeping them short and sweet. And then anytime you're unsure and you feel like you might be missing something, I want you to always go to the announcements, okay? Announcements are your friend. Announcements. So on September 22nd, when we do that really cool Make Money Now challenge that's only in Paint Party headquarters, it's that new reverse paint party technique that I've been talking about. That will be posted in announcements, like you're gonna see. And I don't know if y'all get this from me yet, but I love to give away gift cards and prizes. And so usually any challenges we do in Paint Party headquarters, we love to make it fun and just give away all kinds of cool stuff. So the next thing I wanted to talk about is the group culture. So this is a happy place, okay? So before I answer your questions and talk, answer anything that y'all need from me, I just want to remind all of y'all, as well as the people who are going to watch this on replay, that Paint Party headquarters is a happy place. And I am like a mama bear when it comes to people being mean in this group. We hunt them down, find them, and we get them out as quick as possible. And we do that because we know online you can go and be a troll and be a jerk and be mean all over the place. And if you haven't found one of those places, it takes 5 seconds to find them. But in Paint Party headquarters, I want y'all to, like, when you click on that, you feel this, these are my people. Like, we're going to talk about paint parties because my husband's sick of me talking about it. We're going to talk about how I can sell a door hanger because my husband does not care about any of that stuff with my door hangers or my porch leaners, because it's so true. There's so many times when we want to just talk to our friends and talk to everybody about that, but this is your place. So this is your happy place. And then I wanted to talk a little bit about how we respond in Paint Party headquarters. So is everything okay, Brendan?
Yes.
I saw your face go, oh. I was like, you found something else.
Yeah, I'll let you know later.
Okay, we good?
Yeah.
Okay. So for those of you that don't know, Brendan, who also, it says Heidi Easley on there, pretty much, Brendan does so much behind the scenes. So we just want to give her a round of applause. Everybody just give her a round. You're already going to be so happy for Brendan. She keeps all of my craziness in an organized fashion so that we can teach you the best way possible. So what we do as far as like the way things run in Paint Party headquarters. So if you're trying, she's like, I don't want my face to be shown, go to her face. We try so hard. So Monday through Thursday is where you'll see me more active in the group. The first 3 Mondays of the month is whenever I send the trainings, okay? We call the 4th week Creative Week. That is a week where there's no trainings coming to you. We do that on purpose so that everybody can just take a deep breath and go, Heidi's not trying to teach me 1,000 things this week, right? Like, we need to breathe. We all need to be creative. We all need to have time for our family. And we do have team members that work on the weekends that will be watching the group so that if people have questions. But what you're going to find is that, again, we have stages all the way from 1 to Money Making Artist stage 5, even further. What you're going to see so much is that not only me and my team, but you're going to see everybody jumping in there to help you, especially when you keep your questions short and sweet. So when you keep those questions short and sweet, you're going to see people jumping in to help like crazy. And that's really what I did when I started this over 2 years ago. We had 58 members at our very, very first launch. I had no idea like how powerful this group of women, I think we have 2 guys, but how powerful this group of women were going to be there to help each other. So usually on Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays, you won't see me in the group at all. And I do that. I try to like have y'all help me be accountable, because I'll be in there and then I'm like, dang it, I'm not supposed to be in there, because I try to put boundaries. And I do that for 2 reasons. Number one, because usually I'm trying to catch myself up on things, and I'm trying to have time with my family, or I'm trying to do my own paint parties. Then another reason is I want y'all to know that it is okay to not be on social media at all times. Literally, like if somebody's emailing you about a party or a commission, I promise you it is okay if you respond to them the next day or later that afternoon. So I try to be a really great example. And it's hard for me because I'm very, very like disciplined with my work, and I'm very like, I could work 24/7 because I love it so much, but I have to put these boundaries, or you know, what does it matter if you're successful and then at the end of it, you don't have a family, right? Because you were just so focused. The next thing you know, you don't have a relationship with your family or your kids or whatever. So Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, I try really hard to not be on Facebook at all, unless I'm catching up on a Facebook Live or something like that. And then Sunday, I try to go without my phone at all. Like I put it in another room. And I tell you this, not to say this is what I do. I'm telling you this for you to try to put those habits in your own life, because especially as you're starting something new, you can get so wrapped up into it. And then, like I said, what does it matter if you don't have, you know, your partner or your kids or that relationship, you know, or your best friend or whatever at the end of it. So, so just be patient with us, because Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays are kind of like slower times, but we still have team members in there helping. So you can always go in there whenever you want. The first 3 Mondays, be watching for those emails. It'll say PPHQ eyes only. The first 3 Mondays of every month, you're getting the first Monday a painting tutorial, the second Monday a marketing, and the third Monday a social media training. And then what we did start was brainstorming sessions a few months back, and those have been, oh, your cat is so cool. Tatiana, is that right? Your cat like walked across the back. It looked awesome. So we did start a brainstorming session. They're an hour long. And so our next one is on the 24th of September. I try to alternate like in the morning. Oh, Brendan brought her cat too. Brendan, let me see. We are a very pet friendly company here. I don't know if y'all know that yet. There's hers. We're all about our dogs and our cats and our animals. So on the 24th, we try to alternate. So this one is going to be at 11 a.m. Central. It's 1 hour long. And what I do is I break you into breakout sessions of groups of 4 or 5. And you share one thing that's working and one thing you need help with. So this has been so valuable to our to all of our paint party headquarter ladies. They're actually asking for it twice a month, because you can listen to me all day long, but then once you hear like, oh, Deanna sold $1,000 worth of porch leaners, you know, what did she do? Oh, Christine did this, you know, these art kits, what did she do different? Like sometimes just hearing it from somebody else's mouth versus mine. It's kind of like when you hear it from your mom over and over, like, well, she can do it, or, you know, you're not listening. But then once you hear it from your peers in paint party headquarters, you're like, oh, well, yeah, we can do that, you know, so it just makes a difference. So set your alarm for that. That's going to be on September 24th at 11 a.m. Central, and it's breakout rooms, and we'll give you plenty of notice. Don't worry. Also, let me show you real quick where the calendar is. And Brendan, just to make sure I'm right, that is in our announcements, right? I'm almost 100% sure. Let me see if I got it right. Let me see. Okay, so in announcements, let's see if I did it. Yay, I was right. Okay, so remember, everything important that we want you to know right now is in announcements, including the most newest trainings that we have released. So if you scroll down here, you're going to see the calendar. Every month we post the newest calendar. So you're going to be able to see so like right now you see that Paint Party headquarters are open. That's why y'all are in here, because we open the doors twice a year to the public. And then you're going to see here, we're going to do a big welcoming ceremony for everybody on Monday at 6 p.m. That's going to be open to the entire Paint Party headquarters group. And that'll be a Facebook Live. And then that's just me kind of going over some stuff. And then on Tuesday, this is where we're releasing a brand new challenge just for y'all. This is called a reverse paint party that I'm going to teach you exactly how to do it. And then here's where we have our collab. It's the brainstorming session. And then again, here in about a week and a half, we're going to be releasing October's calendar. So if you're ever like, what is going on in Paint Party headquarters? You go to the pop quiz. Put it in the chat. Who remembers? Where do you go in Paint Party headquarters to find the calendar? Dun, 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 dun. The announcements. I think you got it. And then the last week of the month is called Creative Week. And that doesn't mean that you can't still post, ask questions, none of that. Oh, good job, Kelly. Good job, Lysandra. And it does not mean you can't still ask questions. You can't still learn. You can still do all of that. Is somebody here with a bird? Oh my gosh, do we have a new pet? On your shoulder. Aletha, that is awesome. Am I scaring her? Hold on, I just did the unmute. Let's see, I asked to unmute, but I don't know if it unmuted you.
Mute.
There
Okay.
you are.
Yeah, that's why I had the tape over the cameras, because it's got that little tiny light beam, and he would start attacking the light beam. I was afraid he was going to mess my camera up, so I stuck the black tape over it. So when we get off tonight, I might have to stick the black tape back over it again.
Yes, you do not want your camera messed up. Not for not for the things you're going to be learning. That's so funny. Okay, so yeah, so we have so that's the thing about that. So the last week of the month is called Creative Week, and then that's just me not sending any training so that you can catch up, you can breathe. Again, this is like a library. Don't try to go in and listen and use all the trainings at once, or you're going to explode. It's just impossible. I want you to take it one step at a time and let me help you lead you. So then the next thing, make sure that you have the Paint Party headquarters on your app. So how many of y'all got your email when you signed up? You immediately got your email, just put it in the chat, and it showed you how to log in to your Paint Party headquarters website. Okay, so if you did not get your email, there's two things I want you to do. The first thing, I want you to check your spam or your promo folder, because it's probably in one of those. It's like it's like a bonus Easter egg hunt when you join Paint Party headquarters. You have to go to your spam or your promo, because 9 times out of 10, it sends it there. If you still did not get it, what you're gonna do is you're gonna email, and I'm putting it in the chat so y'all can copy and paste it. support@paintpartyheadquarters.com, okay? So when you go there, that's where you can go to. It'll, if you don't have it, say, hey, I just signed up. Here's the email I signed up with. What do I need to do to get the app or the website? And once you do that, you're going to be able to sign up to get the app on your phone. And this is really important, because sometimes we don't want to get on Facebook, and we don't want to go through like all of the, the chatter that's in Facebook, although some of it is really, really brilliant. So you don't want to totally discount it, because you're going to see people like jump to help. There's so many people that jump in there to help. But basically the platform that we run Paint Party headquarters on is called Kajabi. So the reason why this is important is because you can be on your cell phone, your Android or your iPhone, and you could be going through all the trainings. So if you're, on a walk and you just want to start listening to the trainings, and everything is organized for you, super organized. You could even hit your fall paintings. Go to your fall paintings. You could start going through tutorials here. There's so much cool stuff. So you have it through an app, you have it through a website, you have it through a Facebook group, as well as I'm sending the trainings through emails. So you have so many ways that I'm sending this to you. It's all the same information. We just know that some people want to see it on a Facebook group. Some people want to see it on an app. Some people want to see it on a website. Some people just want to get an email. So we decided to do all of the above so that you can learn what best fits you. And Lisa already downloaded it. Brownie points. Good job, Lisa. Okay, so the next thing I want to talk about is get ready for September 21st. If you've done your Facebook Lives yet, how many of y'all have ripped off the Band-Aid and did a Facebook Live? Okay, good. Gloria has, Kelly has, okay. All right, so we have a lot of y'all that still need to rip that Band-Aid off. You're going to be happy you did, because there's some cool stuff coming that you're going to be able to do with your Facebook Live. Gloria?
But the thing of it is, am I unmuted?
You have a bird too.
Yeah.
How is this? Oh my gosh. We're like in this pet adventure world. Okay, go for it. Sorry.
When I went live, I must not have done something right. I went live, but I think I must have not hit record or save or something, because I never did see it.
Yeah, after you hit live, once you hit finish, then you have to hit post, because there's an option. You could immediately delete it, or you can just post it. So yeah, make sure you hit that button. But good job for going live. That's a start. Good job. You should paint with y'all's birds on y'all's shoulders. That's awesome. I bet that would get a lot of views. Christine says once for 5 minutes. Awesome. Okay, so yes, so make sure you're doing that. And then also, just so y'all know, we're coordinating accountability groups for October. So if you're a person who wants a little bit more connection with people, and because we are over 2,000 strong, we want to get some accountability groups, some smaller accountability groups together so that y'all can be meeting. So one of the things that has really helped my success, especially over this past 2 years, is having this close-knit friends that are online, that we are growing our businesses at the same time. So I want y'all to kind of be able to recreate that in Paint Party headquarters. So finding those people and collaborating and learning from each other and all kinds of stuff. And then setting goals, set short-term goals and long-term goals. So an example could be literally, a short-term goal, I'm going to do a Facebook Live before Thursday, for example, for 5 minutes. And then a long-term goal could be, I want to make $1,000 extra between now and December before Christmas. I want to be able to pay for Christmas with my Paint Party money. Whether that's selling, door leaners, door hanger commissions, whatever. We have so many different ways, and Paint Parties is just the tip of the iceberg. And then I really want y'all to give yourself at least 3 months. So a lot of times somebody will join something like this, and then they just wait a couple weeks and they're like, oh, I didn't make progress. There's been people that have been with me since the very beginning, and you're going to see me interview some of them tomorrow and the next day on Texas Art and Soul. And you're going to see how I don't just go, here's how to do a paint party. Have fun. Good luck. No, I'm like, here's how you can do a paint party. Here's how you can do a paint party online. Now let's add art kits. Now why don't we add affiliates? Now why don't we learn how to do a reverse paint party? Why don't we throw in a Facebook ad? My goal is to help you go, to the next step every time. And I want to hold your hand as I'm leading you. But if you only give yourself 2 weeks to try to accomplish everything, is it going to work? No. No, success takes time. It takes discipline. It takes repetition. It takes practice. But I am a very, very transparent person, and you're about to see this during the Q&A as well. And I want to help you so much because, you know, going from bankruptcy to business owner, losing everything, over 10 years ago when my baby was a toddler, I know how important it is to like just want money to be able to buy groceries. Like I know that feeling so well. And so so it's like deep in my core that I am done with that starving artist mentality, totally done with it. Will never ever. And I know that there's like, especially right now online, there is endless ways for y'all to make money. But marketing, learning how to market, learning how to actually do a painting and then, you know, make an offer, or this reverse strategy that I'm going to show you on Tuesday. Guys, it takes time to learn, and I want to teach you. So I'm all about that. So I just ask that you really try to give yourself that, you know, at least 3 months before you're like, oh, I can't do this. You know, like, don't be that person, right? Like, we want to think about, okay, what are the possibilities, but then take action. And I'm going to be helping you through the whole time. Okay, so before I answer questions, we're going to do something real quick. We're going to take a deep breath and we're going to stand up. Stand up. You're about to see business on top, yoga pants on the bottom. Okay, stand up, take a deep breath. Stretch it out, people. Stretch it out. We're about to get real. We're about to get serious. We're going to be answering some questions. Oh, we got to get those shoulder blades moving because we're sitting at a desk all the time painting. Stretch it out. Stretch it out. Oh. That bird is stretching. That is cracking me up. Oh my gosh, I love that so much. Okay. All right, let's all take a deep breath, a collective deep breath together. Okay. Know that we are going to be learning a lot. We're going to be learning a lot, and we need to give ourselves some grace. Okay. We need to give ourselves a space to fail, a space to be okay with technology messing up. We had tech problems at the very beginning of this. Some of y'all that were on here saw that. All of those things, okay? So I want you to know that this is a process. I always go back to, you know, whenever you talk about a baby trying to walk, and we're like, oh, it didn't walk. Oh, don't try that again. Oh, they didn't walk. It's the same thing. You might put out a porch leaner and it might not sell right away. But then you watch one of the videos of how you can sell that. There's just sometimes just little bitty tweaks in your marketing that you need to do that make all the difference in the world. Okay, so I am going to start answering questions. Okay, so what we're going to do, since we have a smaller group here, what we're going to do is whenever if you know how to do the hand raise, you can do the hand raise, and I'm going to stay on until 8 p.m. Central. So we have just under an hour and a half of I'm just going to answer. What I want you to do when you ask your question is make sure you kind of know what you're going to say, so you can keep it real short and tight, so that I can try to get as many questions as possible. And if we answer everybody's questions and you want to ask more, I will answer all the way until 8 p.m. So how does that sound? Good? Okay. All right. So if you know how to do the hand raise on Zoom, you can. And I saw somebody asking where people are so they could meet somebody in their area. In Paint Party headquarters, we have a section and it says in the albums, I'll show y'all real quick, because you can find people in your area, and we have lots of people that are doing meetups, which is really cool. So if you go to media, and then if you go to albums, and see right here where it says Let's Connect, if you click on Let's Connect, you can click your state and you can find out where everyone's at. So for example, let's say you live in Colorado. Here's all the people that live in Colorado. So you could technically meet up. You could message and say, hey, I'm in your area. Let's meet up and brainstorm. So it's kind of cool where you can all connect if you want. Okay, all right. So let's see if anybody has their hand up. And if you're not sure how, oh, Lisa Butler, you're number one. Okay, Lisa, go ahead and ask your question and we'll go from there. I think
yeah, when you set up your page and your group page, do you have to use the email that you signed up with in Paint Party headquarters, or can I use my personal page and just add on?
Where are you? Let me find you. Hold on. Okay, Lisa. Okay, say that one more time.
When you set up your page, like your business page and your group page, can I do it off of, because I signed up with a different email? Do I need to make another page with that email, or can I use my personal page and just add my pages and my group to that?
Yeah, are you talking about like your Facebook business page on Facebook, right?
Yes.
Okay, so let me show you. And if I don't answer this right, Lisa, please interrupt me and I will start again, okay? So basically, if you have your email set up, so I have my Heidi Easley page. Let me just show y'all. Let's see, Google. Sometimes it's easier if I just show y'all. So if I go to Facebook, and then I go to my Heidi Easley page, okay, so here's my personal page. And then I created a Texas Art and Soul page. So from there, I think it's this one, create, and then you can create a page. This is where you're going to create your Texas Art and Soul page. So, or I'm sorry, not your Texas, do not create a Texas Art and Soul page. Don't create your business page, right? So then create your business page, and it doesn't matter what email it's tied to as long as it's the email that you want it to be tied to. So if you are saying like, can I change my email to where you're getting notified from Paint Party headquarters? Is that what you're asking?
Oh, no, because my personal page is set up under one email, and then my business stuff is set up under another email. So when I do my page, can I put it up under the second email address? Or do I need to make a whole new Facebook account?
No, you shouldn't make a whole new Facebook account. Usually it's one email to do, you can sign into both. But
Okay.
if you already have a Facebook business page and it's on that other email, that's fine. You can leave it like that. I wouldn't, if you already have something set up, I wouldn't change it. I wouldn't start over.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Was there a second part to that question, or was that?
Well, no, just the group. I know how to set up the page and the groups. It was just more of the email question.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Because you can have one personal and one business. You can actually have several business pages, but I don't recommend it. I have one personal, one business, and then you can have several groups. And that's where like some of the online paint parties come in.
Okay.
Yeah. Awesome. I'm glad you're here. Welcome.
Thank you. I'm excited.
I'm excited too. We're going to have a lot of fun. Okay, let's see. Who else has a question? And if you don't know how to raise your hand on the thing, just do this and I'll try to get to you. Okay, is it Janine? Did you raise your hand, or were you pouring water?
I raised my hand and I'm pouring water.
Pour water. I caught you while you were putting something in your mouth while you're eating.
Sorry, I was just taking my vitamins. I didn't expect to be next.
Well, welcome.
Hi, thank you. I'm really curious about something you mentioned, which was like you have a wholesaler that's going to do drop shipping for paint kits. Where do I get more information about that?
Okay, so it is all coming on Tuesday.
Okay.
So I have not even released this to the current members of Paint Party headquarters. I have been guinea pig testing it. So if you want to see a little behind the scenes of what I'm going to challenge y'all to do, if you go back to last week, there's a Facebook Live of me painting a ceramic Christmas tree. Did y'all see that live by chance?
I did not personally.
Okay, so last week, because here's how it works in Paint Party headquarters. I am basically the guinea pig. I don't mind failing and looking like a crazy person in front of people. I just don't mind, because I want to test stuff. I want to see if it's going to work. I want to see if it's going to make money before I send it out to y'all. For example, you know the split screen that y'all been seeing me on live all week? Oh my gosh, I have messed that thing up so many times. Every time I try to go live, something messes up. So a lot of Paint Party headquarter members are asking, Heidi, we need a training. We want a training. And I'm like, I will have this thing conquered by the end of this week. I will know exactly what to do, and then I will film a training on it and get it to all of y'all. So I am definitely the guinea pig, but here's basically what I did was I worked a deal with a company. So if you go back to last week, you're going to see this Christmas tree that I painted. And the coolest thing about this is usually wholesale places do not allow one product drop ship. That's just usually like a non thing. Like people don't do that. So you are getting a little sneak peek into what I'm going to tell y'all more about next Tuesday. But I talked into a deal about them drop shipping. We talked about 10 very popular Christmas items. And so what will happen on Tuesday, September 22nd, because we've been testing it. I started testing it last week. We've already made around $1,500 just from under an hour live, really easy live. So if you already have customers, I mean, how cool is that? Because a lot of times we think, oh, our paint party's in person, maybe we can't do as many, or maybe we have to have less people because of social distancing. Well, now I can go on a Facebook Live, or I can send an email out to my customers and say, here's a fun tutorial to watch. And if you want to buy it, here's where it's at. And guess what? You don't even have to ship it. It's a whole drop ship thing. And so I'm making 23, 33, 43, 53. I'm making, I think, $32 a tree for every single tree that I sell. So that's really, really good to know, because I'm going to teach you that same method. But again, I'm testing it, getting all of the stats, all of the information. That we're doing the whole process right now. So when I give it to you, Janine and everybody else, that it's streamlined, that you're going to know what to do. So that's coming on Tuesday.
Okay, one more thing. Do you have a training somewhere about art kits that I would like assemble myself or whatever?
Yes, yes. And there's a training on art kits that we can give you. I think we have 2 trainings on art kits, as well as Diverse Woodworking. Their wholesale prices for wood is so good. It's very, very cheap. So just know, if you're spending, usually wholesale accounts, you have to spend around $100 or more. And this one is $100 minimum. And the shipping cost is about 20% of that. So let's say you spend $100, you're paying $20 to get it shipped to you. And I think that, oh, here's the art kit training. So Brendan's posting right now. If you want to copy that link, Janine, there's one of the art kit trainings right there. But the cool part about this is that you could, if you want to do your own private kits locally. So let's say you already have a paint party local following. You could, for example, those wine trees. I think I'm paying $7.99 a piece for those wine trees. I'm able to do those as kits or as an in-person party for $45 a piece. So that's like a huge deal, because you can make a lot of profit off of that. And then also Brendan just posted the interview with Diverse Woodworking. So it's kind of like going on a field trip. We go through his factory and see all the saws and stuff like that. So that's a really good company to go with for your door hangers, stuff like that, if you don't want to cut them out yourself, which I'm like done. We cut some of our own stuff, but I don't like doing that. And plus, when you can get it at wholesale that cheap, for $6-7, like if you can sell it for 40 and you can get it for that price, add a little bit for shipping, you're still at a really great profit.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Welcome. I'm glad you're here. Thanks for joining.
Thank you.
Okay, so we have Stacy, you're next.
Okay, can you hear me?
I can. How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Good.
So 2 things. Number one, it is necessary for everyone to have a wholesale account to be able to purchase the things. Is that what I'm understanding you're saying?
Yes, on some things. So like the ceramics and the wood, yeah, you definitely want a wholesale account.
Okay, and second of all, I'm a sketcher, so hadn't really worked a lot with paints other than self-taught. So is there a training that starts you off and kind of gets you more familiar with working with the paints?
Oh, yes. So every single tutorial that I give you the first Monday, so we've been open now over 2 years. So we have over 100 paintings that you have access to. The way I teach my paintings is literally to beginners. It's step by step from the beginning to the end. And because I've been teaching it for so long, you're going to see that you're probably going to be impressed. Like, even as a sketcher, you're probably going to be like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I did that. Like, did you do that one above your head?
No.
Oh, I was like, you're way beyond sketch. Like,
No, I could draw it, but no, I couldn't. I haven't worked with the paints to paint it.
well, that's okay, because we give you tracers. So you literally can take carbon paper, trace it, and then just start to get used to stuff by following along with some of the tutorials. So maybe like take a full day. Like if you can get on your calendar, like a full day, crank up some music, put on your favorite, podcast, and whatever is good for you. Like, do you like to listen to music or watch TV?
I'm
Like,
music.
Music. Okay. So put on your favorite music, and then I would just like dedicate 5-6 hours, get your favorite snacks, your favorite drinks. And I would literally just start grabbing those tutorials. And I would even take it a step further. I would time lapse yourself. Do you know how to time lapse?
Yes.
Okay, so while you are painting those and just watching, like maybe have the laptop up so you can be watching me teach it while you're painting it, I would be time lapsing it while you're listening to music, because that doesn't matter, right? If you're time lapsing. And
Right.
then you're going to be able to post that time lapse to your business page to kind of show off what you've been working on. And time lapses, guys, oh my gosh, we just had another viral happen from a time lapse. Some of my most simplest paintings are the ones that go viral. I don't know what it is. It's like the more detail, I'm like, man, I worked so hard on this one. It's like, meh. And then I do something that literally took me 5 seconds, and I'm like, why? I don't get it. But the more simple, the better. So what I would recommend is, just going on your calendar when we get off of this call, literally saying paint day. And then I would just paint like a crazy person. And then I would post those pictures and just say, here's my first painting, my second painting, my third painting, my fourth painting, my fifth painting, and post it in Paint Party headquarters and let us give you some feedback. But more importantly, just so you can see, out of just painting 5 paintings in a row, you're already going to get better.
Okay, great.
Yeah. I can't wait to see your first painting. I'm so excited. Have you painted ever?
I've taken some painting class, like a painting with a twist. My daughter paints, and so I've done a few items, but it was all guided.
Well,
It
you're
was
in
all guided.
you're in good hands, because this is all guided, and you're going to be teaching all guided.
This is done.
Let me see. Hold on. It froze up for a sec. Oh, cute. Okay. Was that like at Painting with a Twist?
It was with our church, and it was just one of the teachers, one of the members was an artist, and she walked us through the basics of how to do it. Now, the creativity in it and how you colored it is what I put in, but she did guide us through it, pretty much step by step.
That's awesome. Yeah. For all of y'all out there that you may be new to painting, what I want to tell you is that really it's all about, like, when I set up a paint party, it's more about, I don't know how they guided you through, but it's more about like showing the step and then building relationships and having fun and teaching them, so you don't have to be the best painter to do this thing. So I'm excited for you, Stacy. It's going to be a lot of fun. And yeah, I would just crank up the music and paint away.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. I'm happy you're here.
I am too. Thank you.
Okay, let's see who is next. Okay, so we have, it says DMTIYNGV. I'm going to ask you to unmute so we can see who that was. It doesn't say a name, but it starts with DMTIY. Has her hand up. if I can find you.
I don't know if that's me. Can you hear me?
Is that you? Yeah, I think that's you. It says DMTIEY. Yeah, go for it.
I don't know why it says that. Okay. Well, well, my name's Linda Bowen. Yeah, I just came across you a few weeks ago. Anyway, I used to teach painting at Hobby Lobby, one-stroke painting. I don't know if you've heard of that.
Yes, I have.
Long time ago. I taught that 15 years ago, and then my last class I taught was right before I was induced and I had my son. Anyway, so
Congratulations.
that was the last time I taught. So anyway, I kind of got into teaching by accident. I actually wanted to take a class in one-stroke painting, but I ended up teaching it because I found it on it was like PBS or something is how I found that lady. But anyway, so okay, but okay. I don't know how much of this I missed. I was like, well, where's the link to get into this thing? But anyway, I finally found it. But so is this?
Yeah, I think we had an email delay. I'm so sorry about that.
Okay. How long have you guys been? Have you been on since 6?
Yeah, we started at 6 and I did record it. So I'll send it back out so you can watch the first part of it. But yeah, we are in Q&A time. So any questions you have, I'll answer right now.
Alrighty. Is there a training on the time lapse thing? And this has probably already been asked, but I just got in. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, that's okay. And it has not been asked. So time lapse is really, really simple. All you have to do, and I don't know if you can see me can you see me on the camera?
Yep.
Okay. So when you go to your camera app, remember, like here's your camera. All you have to do is just scroll. So slow-mo, video, and then there's time lapse.
Oh, okay.
It's so simple. And then you just start it. And then I use time lapse for everything, not only for showing my paintings, but I also do it if I'm setting up a paint party, if I'm taking down a paint party, if I'm packing up my car. Sometimes I'll like put it out there by where I'm packing up my car. And it's just really, really fun to watch. And it's really great stuff to put on your Facebook business page. People love watching time lapses.
Okay. Alrighty. All right. So I was wondering, can you use like house paint for this kind of painting? Because I mean, it seems like that would be like the most economical thing to do, especially like, I don't know. I don't know. Can you use that, or does it have to be the little tiny bottles that will add up? I don't know. Is that a bad question?
No, there are no bad questions. And you can use any kind of paint you want. It's actually like if you're doing a bunch of porch leaners, let's say you sell 10 porch leaners, it may be ideal to get like base coats or something for your porch leaners. But honestly, I use those squirt bottle acrylic paints for everything, for murals, for all of my paint parties, all of that, just because it's very, very easy to use. And it's just really, I'm really comfortable with that. But if you're doing like commission type work or porch leaners and stuff like that, and you're doing it at your house, I would say use whatever paint you got and whatever paint you have. But if you're doing like a paint party, I would probably have the squirt bottles. I've gone from everything from the huge bottles to, taking the ketchup mustard things and filling them up and squirting those. All of that was a waste of time. It is so much easier just to have the 2 ounce or the 8 ounce bottles. They're just faster to use and they're really economical for doing your paint parties. And you can get really great colors where a lot of times you can't get all of the really great colors from, a traditional house paint. But if you're doing like a bunch of porch leaners at once and you have some leftover cream, like go for it. I would use it,
The reason I asked that is I don't know if you guys have like a Habitat for Humanity restore place near you. I went there yesterday because they sometimes have wood and all that. And but they had a bunch of like quart size bottle jars, whatever, of house paint, like all different colors. I ended up getting them all for 50 cents a piece.
That is awesome. Oh my gosh.
Habitat for Humanity Restore, if anybody has those where they live. So, oh my gosh, that's anyway.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's a great idea. And then get some wood and then make some cute porch leaners and sell them. If y'all search on Paint Party Headquarters, let me show you where it's at. We did a challenge last month. I love doing challenges inside of Paint Party Headquarters because it just gets people kind of like out of their comfort zone and thinking about, you know, another way to make money. Let me see if I can pull it up here. Okay, let me share my screen. But that could be an awesome way. Okay, so if all I did was search Paint Party, let me go back so y'all can see. So Paint Party Headquarters, the Facebook group. So all I did was hit search, porch leaner. So if I did porch leaner and hit enter, I'm gonna see all these people that have been doing porch leaners and making porch leaners and money from porch leaners, okay? So if I search, let me go back. Let me see if I can find our challenge. Okay, let me see if I can find it. Usually you can search through here, and then if you're looking for something that I posted, you can post right here. You can see my name, Heidi Easley, and that's something that I did. So here's where if you want to share a porch leaner design, you can share. You can see 34 people. This is the other power of this community. You can see 34 people here have shared their designs with you. So isn't that cool? Like, not only are you getting designs that you can use from, how cute is that with that pumpkin? Not only are you getting designs from me to use, but that's what this community is about. They are so, so sweet, and they'll jump in and share designs as well. So if you're like, oh, I want to do this, but I'm stuck, well, here you go. Like, there's tons of ideas. And then also, let me see if I can find the porch leaner challenge, because this might be something great for you to do with all that house paint.
I bought a lot.
Yeah, you're gonna need to sell some porch leaners. Pay for that 50-cent paint.
Yeah. And it was like Sherwin-Williams. I don't know, but yeah, it's crazy.
That's awesome. You know, that's the thing about us crafters and painters. We are scrappy folks, aren't we? We can figure out how to find paints and brushes. Okay, so here's
in that store. I mean, probably more than men. It's yeah. I live in Kansas City.
Oh,
so.
Awesome. Okay, so here it is. Okay, so right here, porch sign quick sell challenge. Okay, so this is one we did in July. So we're not doing a giveaway for this one, but don't worry, on Tuesday I will be doing a big giveaway. So so here's all the stuff we have for that to get you started. Just some examples, but guys, highly I recommend. I would have a Christmas one in here for sure. And then if you've never ordered essential stencils before, use my coupon code. It's Texas Heidi, and you're going to get, I think it's 15 or 20% off. I can't remember for sure what, but it just makes your leaners look so, so cute, so professional. And yeah, so I would check that out, and then just be ready to, you know, if you're trying to make some quick cash, that's an easy way to make some quick cash.
I'm sorry, I've probably taken up a bunch of time. So did you go over like where to buy the wood and all that for like the porch leaners? I mean,
yeah, so
what kind of wood is the best?
Yeah, so in that porch leaner challenge, so if you can see the chat, we have a link right there that you can copy that link, and it'll tell you everything for the porch leaner. It'll tell you like where to buy the wood. I buy a lot of times just those 6 foot, it's called white wood, and it's 6 foot high at Lowe's. I'll get those a lot, usually in Texas anyway. In my area, they're around $16 a piece. So I'll get those, or like the one I did today that says, I think it said fall. I think it just said fall. I can't remember what I painted today. What did I paint today? What was it? I think it said ball. Those are just like little slats that were put together. So you could buy smaller slats if you have like a nail gun and you want to do that kind of stuff. And sometimes I'll have my husband. Yes, Lisa, thank you. I painted sunflowers. I'm like, what did I do today? All the days during this week start to run together. So yeah, so you can look on that challenge, and that's going to give you all the details, all the instruction, and kind of show you where to go and what to get started with first.
Is there any wood not to buy?
Yeah, don't buy that cheap wood that just sucks in the paint. Like if it's something that you can see it's gonna warp, don't do it. But yeah, in that challenge, the porch leaner challenge one, if you copy that little link right there, I don't know if you can see that in the chat.
Right.
Can you see it, or is it not showing up?
You're on there right now. So.
Oh, are you on your phone?
Yeah.
Okay. So whenever you go to Paint Party headquarters, let me pull this up. So when you get to the website, and you can pull it up through, so everybody, again, if you're just joining, you should have got an email, and that email is going to give you access to your Paint Party headquarters website and your app. So what I'm about to share with you is in the app. And so right here in Kajabi, this is called the Paint Party headquarters website. This is where everything's going to be that you need to know about porch leaners. It's going to be the wood right here. The wood I use is from Lowe's. I purchased 6-foot boards around 17 each. They're a 1 inch by 10 inch by 6 foot, and it's called whitewood. So that's the one I use. That's the real long that says welcome. And then right here it says the stencils I use are from Essential Stencil, and you can find them here. We have the link. And then if you do Texas Heidi at checkout, you're going to get, it gives me a little affiliate commission to help pay for my coffee habit, but it does not cost you anything extra. So if you use Texas Heidi, it's going to give you a discount. And then you can use my marketing materials here. And then I highly recommend, I'm going to try to do some Christmas ones soon. And again, as a member of Paint Party headquarters, as long as you know how to paint, if you see my Christmas one and you like it, you could immediately take my image and start marketing it. And then if you have sales, now you need to make it. So we try to make it really, really easy for you.
Is there a way to like if we have questions to what's the best way to contact you, or do we have to just go through customer support?
Okay, so here is the best way for everybody to contact me. So I'm going to share my screen again. Let me go to where y'all can contact me first before I share it, or it won't show. So the best way, because here's the thing, because we have so many, we have over 2,000 people in Paint Party headquarters. So you can imagine if everybody's private messaging me or send it, it's impossible for me to answer questions like that. So what we do, let me go ahead and share this. Let me find where y'all are at. Where'd y'all go? Hold on. Oh, there you are. Okay, there you are. Okay, let me share. Okay, so if you go to Paint Party headquarters, again, you are going to get stuff through your email from us the first 3 Mondays. You're getting the same trainings in this Facebook group. You're getting the same trainings in your Paint Party headquarters website, and you're getting the same trainings in your app. So we basically give you the same trainings in all 4 locations, because we know some people just want to deal with email, some people just want to deal with a Facebook group, some people just want a website, and some people want it on their phone in an app. So the best way is to go right here in Paint Party headquarters, and I want you to type your question here. The easiest way to get an answer fast from me or my team is to type your question here. And then if you know it's something specifically for me, like that it's something you really want me to see, I want you to do hashtag #HeyTeach, like that. And then what we do is we search hashtag #HeyTeach, and then I can quickly go through and answer the questions that I know that that you want me specifically to see. Now, here's something I want y'all to remember. As you're typing your question, short and sweet to the point. When you do paragraph after paragraph after paragraph, it's so overwhelming. It's hard for everybody to jump in and to help. So if you look at discussions right here, you'll start seeing people posting and asking questions. Oh, look at Laura. She said, just finished these. The snowman and the hello fall are double-sided. One that is for an order in the main page and 2 more today. She sold them for 100 each. Good job, Laura. That's awesome. Yeah. So you can post your successes here. You can post, oh my gosh, hers turned out so cute, Susan. And 2 door hangers and 1. She turned it into a Santa gnome. That is super cute, as well as the pumpkin. So a lot of people are posting their successes here, as well as their questions. So right here, Crystal, I think I'm saying that right, says hashtag, oh, this is a perfect example. She says hashtag hey teach. Why can't I get that off of there? She says, let me see if that'll go away. She says something, what was offered in your monthly membership? I'm asking because I want to start a membership, but I know anything that is new is not going to have the content that it would after a couple years. So she's asking a question that's kind of more for a stage 5. So again, we have everything from beginner, beginner painter, just like, was it Susan that's just starting, she's going from sketching to painting, all the way up to people who are money-making artists and now thinking even further. So here is, right here, Angel, quick question. Does someone have an Archon mount that uses a Samsung? So here's the thing I want you to see. Not only will, our team try to jump in, but 2,000 plus members that are already been doing this and know things that they'll be jumping in as well. So that's kind of the power of asking these questions here. So if you need me specifically, hashtag hey teach, but don't underestimate the power of how much talent is in this group. Because Susan that just did that double door hanger, that woman is a beast. I have never seen anybody sell so many paint parties and kits in my life. Julie, who's also on our team, she's taught well over 500 in-person paint parties and is doing tons of great stuff. So sometimes you might think, well, who is this answering my question? But you might not even know that they're rocking it out. So so remember that as you start to post your questions and get feedback.
Did you go over the kits and stuff that you sell, or
is
that all part of the training?
Yeah, everything's in Paint Party headquarters. Yeah. Yeah, and we have a link right here in the chat. I think I can save chat. Yeah, I'm going to make sure I'm saving the chat. So when you watch this back, if you decide to watch it back, you can go in and see the chat, especially if you're watching from a desktop. And we talked about the kits, and you can grab that link and go directly to the kits. But if anybody ever is like, hey, I need this training, just go to Paint Party headquarters, go to the search tab, and you can literally type in what you're looking for, and it's going to bring you to the training. So that'll help you.
Neat. Thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah. And Eunice. Brendan's reminded me. Let me show everybody this. I'm so glad you're here. What was your first name again? Was it Lisa?
Linda.
Linda. I didn't know right. Okay, let me show you. Linda. Okay, so let me show everybody real quick. Under units, just like we have everything organized on the app, which if you did not get the app, it was sent to your email. If you did not get the email, check your spam and promo folder. If you still don't see it, remember it's like an Easter egg hunt bonus. If you still don't see it, then I want you to email support@paintpartyheadquarters.com and say, hey, I didn't get the app. I'm a new member. Here's my email I signed up with. Can you help? And Shree will help you out. But if you go to units, you're going to see every training that we have. So they're all organized as well into these units. So if you're looking for art kits, you could just go to search and you could type in art kits. And then you're going to see a lot of information about art kits that's really great. And then you can scroll down until you see Heidi right here, and you can see a marketing hack on how to ship art kits. And then there's probably going to be another one here pretty soon. Art kit checklist, supply list, and here's how to make your art kit successful, and here's how to pack your art kit. So it's just endless amounts of information. How to price your art kits. So many trainings. So you'll see me, and then you'll see trainings on what to do for those things. So hopefully that'll help you out as well.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I'm glad you're here. Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
Okay, so who is next? Who has another question? And if you don't know how to raise the blue hand, just wave your hands in there like you just don't care. And I'll watch for you. I'm so happy you're here. Are y'all excited? I know it's overwhelming. Oh, there we go. We got Diane Norris. Excited or question? Excited? I don't, wave your hands in there if you're excited. And you have a question. Oh, Gloria, excited or question? Oh, excited, okay. I tricked y'all. We got our hands there. Janine's asking what the app is. So the app is your Paint Party Headquarters website that is also on your phone, okay? So I'm going to show you another little section of the website and the app where you can see all the paintings, because this is pretty cool. So let me show you. If you go to your Paint Party Headquarters website, again, it's powered by Kajabi. So when you signed up, when you paid, it automatically sent you an email. If you did not get that email, that's where the Easter egg hunt bonus comes in, where you need to go find it. It's either in spam or promo. If you still don't see it, email support@paintpartyheadquarters.com and say, hey, I'm a new member. Can you help me get the app? Here's the email I signed up with. So here's what's really cool about the app. So you're going to have, welcome. You can go through all the trainings here. Community guidelines, how to get started, the group hashtags. So we talk about what you can do for hashtags. For example, hey teach, hashtag ask if you're stuck and have a question, a takeaway, a share, a show. Here's something really cool that we do. A lot of you in Paint Party Headquarters create original work and you're okay sharing it. So you might take, for example, my vintage Santa, and you might have taken your own little spin on it, but you don't mind if other PPHQ members use that. Again, you do not have to do that. That is just something that's kind of taken on its own beast, and we had no idea that would happen. So whenever so if you have hashtag share, that means that you're okay to share it. And then we have a place in Facebook where we post all of those. So here's so I'm going to go back and I'm going to show you just a little bit. So if you're brand new, you're going to be using these trainings first, okay? And again, this still might overwhelm you. So if you're brand new and you're like, I don't know where to begin, I would literally just go to the Facebook group and go to announcements. That's like your first bet on, if you're confused, go to the Facebook group and go to announcements. That's always the best thing you can do. And then stage 2, dreaming artist, you can see all the trainings here. So everything is very, very well organized, okay? We talked, here's how to take marketing photos of your art. This is a very, very good one that tells you. I think we try, sometimes my videos I don't say words right, I mess up. Let's see if Brendan.
Hey guys, okay, so I am going to show you how to take pictures of your artwork during midday under either a patio or a less windy day, or tape some stuff down. All right, I hope we have tons.
I wonder if she did some of that.
Tons. Oh,
yeah. Here's me with wind.
Paper, so if you have some cool stuff, you can put around it. These are some llama lights.
Look at all that wind.
The wind and the wasp. I'm getting very mad.
Okay, so we try sometimes, at the beginning, we used to edit out and try to make all of our videos so perfect. And Brendan's so good at video editing, and she does a great job making these really pretty for y'all. And so sometimes you're going to find fun little things in there. So that day I was about to throw the camera. I was so angry because the wind was blowing everything around. And I was like, I'm trying to film this video. So sometimes you'll see kind of some fun stuff in there in the videos. And then here's, how many of y'all have an iPad? Let me know in the comments if you have an iPad. Some of y'all, again, these are different stages. Some of you, especially, was it Susan with the drawing? I keep going back to that sketching. A lot of times, I do my paintings, I create them, and then I take a picture of them, and then I show you how to create tracers or SVGs out of an iPad, out of doing Procreate. So this whole training,
so that when I draw, I'm going to go to my
is
photos,
teaching
and then I'm
you
going to using this plus sign.
how to use Procreate. So some of you are like, oh my gosh, I don't even know what that is. Then that means you're not ready for this training yet. But what I want you to know is there's so much in here that you don't want to, think, well, like, it's so funny. Sometimes, sometimes I have people that are like, oh my gosh, I couldn't even find the tutorials. And I'm like, are you kidding? Like, I feel like I have not done a good job if I'm not showing you where the tutorials are, where all of these things are, because, again, I'm going to be leading you from stage 1 to hopeful artist all the way to money-making artist and beyond. Janelle says, whoop, whoop, Procreate. Yes, Procreate. It's only $10 for that app. And if you like an iPad, oh my gosh, I'll design my paintings and then I take a picture of them. And then that's how we make tracers for y'all. So it's so cool because, and then I can also draw. So sometimes I'll just draw extra designs. So like this summer after, when COVID was hitting in March really hard, we needed to pivot and start selling art kits fast. And so I started drawing designs that people could use for art kits. And what the coolest thing, again, let me show you in Paint Party headquarters what some of our members did. Let me show you how to get there too, so you can get kind of used to this. So in Paint Party headquarters, if you go over here to media, under media, you're going to see what everybody's posting, and that can be overwhelming. But if you, is that a Merry Christmas? If you go over to media and then you go to albums, here's where it's way more organized. So, okay, so what I was doing was I was giving y'all tracer packs. So basically on my Procreate, I was just freehand drawing some really cute ideas for y'all to sell as art kits, okay? Guys, art kits are very fun and profitable, but I'm telling you, porch leaners and these ceramic, this other way I'm teaching you on Tuesday is way more profitable. I'm just saying, just telling you right now, art kits are great, but these other two ways are way more profitable. So what I did was I gave all these so that people could start doing that. Well, our wonderful members started putting them together into marketing things so that y'all could use. So what was cool is people, were grabbing this. And this was Gina. Gina's one of our members, sweet member. She put this together and said, yes, anybody in Paint Party headquarters can save image as, put on your desktop, paint, put that on your Facebook page and immediately sell an art kit that looks like it's all put together, right? So you're going to add the brushes. And again, we have mini trainings on art kits for you. But I do want to just remind you, the porch leaners are making more money. And the new Tuesday way that I'm going to show you is making way more profit. So I'll always be very honest with you on like what's making the most profit right now, what you need to lead towards first, because a lot of times you can get overwhelmed and try to do everything. And then the next thing you know that you're like, oh my gosh, I don't know what to do. So remember here, gold membership. Every single one of you in Paint Party headquarters means you're upgraded to gold. So what that means is before COVID, all of my paintings were only able to be used for in-person paint parties, okay? COVID happened, my paint parties were canceling, just like all of my Paint Party headquarter members' paint parties were canceling, And what keeps me up at night is how can I help you make money? That's what keeps me up at night. And so immediately I go into problem solving mode. How can I help these women make money, pivot their businesses so we're not Blockbuster, so we don't lose everything, and so that we can still make money creatively? So I decided to literally, I was like, okay, for $20 more, everybody can have rights to use any of my designs online. Well, what happened was that was on a Friday. We put it into plan. I had hundreds and hundreds of people upgrade their plan. Well, the other hundreds and hundreds of people that did not upgrade their plan, it broke my heart because I thought, here we have now divided our paint party headquarters. So what I did was our team went in and started refunding every single person who upgraded their plan. So we refunded thousands of dollars, and we said, you know what? You and Paint Party Headquarters have been so good to my family. I'm going to do everything in my power to be so good to y'all. So we left it at $37, and that you have rights to anything I create to use for online purpose, art kit purpose. I mean, like the stuff I painted today, you can literally take it and do the exact replica and make it online, do a Facebook Live. Like you, as long as you're a paying member, you have rights to all that. So, so it really has kind of like changed the game, because what I want y'all to know is that I want you to make money. You know, yes, I know you're paying me $37, but I wanted to make it a price to where it's a no-brainer, that it's not like, oh my gosh, I got to come up with $450 to pay Heidi this month. Before I ever make any money, I got to sell, you know, a whole paint party, or I got to sell 15 porch cleaners just to get the mentorship from her. No, what I wanted to do is I wanted to make it such a price that you literally could go, okay, I sell one porch cleaner, I make 45 bucks. I've already paid her mentorship. Now, what else can I learn to make way more than that? You know, Karen Olmos, who I adore this lady so much, she hates being on camera. So all of her lives are her hands. It's so funny because she just won't show her pretty face. And she does all her lives on her with, you know, just her hands or whatever. And she's so humble too. And she's like, yeah, I'm making around $600 a week doing art kits and porch pickups. And I'm like, $600 a week? Like, the girl is killing it. You know, she's making $2,400 a month just doing something, and she's never even shown her face on a Facebook Live. So I want you to know that with the gold, if you see that word gold membership, that's when we were in the midst of March, trying to tweak things, make things better for y'all. And then I just, you know, I prayed about it and I said, you know what? My family is well taken care of. I can buy Tide and Tostito chips now, which is my definition of success. Tide and Tostito chips. If you watched my live the other day, you know what I'm talking about. And so with that, we try to put in as much resources. So I hire a graphic designer to do all of the graphic designs for you so that it's ready to go. You can just edit and put your stuff in there. We have all of the images. I try to take really great photos. My husband just went and bought more shiplap to create. So after I do a photo, I stage it, I take pictures so that you can literally save as, use, and immediately start trying to make money. Because guess what? If you're, okay, so did anybody see the sign with the pumpkins that had the blue pumpkins and the little door hanger? Did anybody see that? Okay, good. Well, what I'm going to do, if you haven't seen that yet, let me grab it real quick, because I'm going to show you something that's really cool that you're going to be able to do, and you might not even have to paint it. Hold on. Hey, Blue. Blue, you want to come say hi? Okay, Blue's kind of like our paint party headquarter mascot around here. You'll see him everywhere. Okay, so this is a painting that I just did. I think some of y'all saw this. I painted it live. Well, Bobby, my husband, he's making another kind of really cool shiplap background. So what I'll do is I'll spruce this up a little more, because when I paint it live, it's not always as pretty as when I put on some music and concentrate. So I will actually spruce this up. I'll take an image of it, a staged image of it, and then I will put that inside a paint party headquarters. Now, here's the cool thing about this is, let's say you have already been doing paint parties. Maybe you already have a Facebook following. Maybe you already have an email list. Well, here's the thing. I get these from Diverse Woodworking for wholesale. I don't remember how much it costs, but I think they're maybe $7, $8. Don't quote me on that, but I'm thinking maybe around that price. What you could do is you could take my staged photo, as long as you're a member, don't quit, and then, you know, keep using my images, please. That is not nice. Please don't do that. That's not nice. But as long as you are a member of Paint Party Headquarters, you could literally take my staged photo, post it. Hey, I'm selling these as art kits or whatever it is, porch pickup only, or meet me at Starbucks. I'm going to be there. And we have a training that tells you how to sell these on buy, sell, trade, and also a training that tells you how to sell them so you have a window to join. Like, for example, when you join Paint Party Headquarters, if I just left it open all year round, it would be such a pain in the butt. Just like if you just left this open all the time, you're like, oh, I just painted 4 of them. Now I got 2 more orders. No, you need to say, hey, I have these on sale for a week if you want to get yours ready or whatever. So technically you could do this where you just sell the blanks and provide the tracers and the kit, or however you want. You could sell them for, you know, $35. You could easily make a great profit, and you've never painted it. Never painted it. You provide them the kit, they paint it themselves. You could even do, if you wanted to paint it and do it as like an unlisted tutorial on YouTube, you could provide the link to the YouTube so that they could go and watch you paint it. Like, there's endless opportunities. The same thing with this one. This is a super cheap one to get as a wholesale. And we just saw Susan, who turned the back into a Christmas hat and a gnome. Wasn't that cute how she did a 2-side? So again, that's another thing right now that you could do and you could make money. So I'm going to be staging all of these for y'all, and then y'all can use my images. Again, if you're new to painting, please, for the love of God, make sure you can paint it first, okay? But if you're selling it as a kit or something like that where you're not painting it, you can totally do that. Let's have Christine Martin has a question. Let's see. Okay, Christine, go for it. Oh, hold on there.
Hi, okay, there, I'm unmuted.
Hello, how are you?
Hi, I'm fine. I'm Christine Martin, and I'm from Atlanta. And I just started, I'm very interested in the kits, and I've been watching some of the tutorials. You were saying to reach out to restaurants and so forth about the kits. So are you actually teaching classes in the restaurants, or are you dropping kits off? How does that work?
You can do either, all of the above. Okay, so I teach paint parties at restaurants. And then there are some people that are partnering, especially when COVID first hit, they were partnering with like places where you could do pickups. So what I recommend is 2 separate things. Either booking a party at a restaurant, like you could do that same little magic script that, you know, I tell y'all about.
Yeah.
I have it in the training. You could book your party and actually do, I just read Aletha, she said, I need a new phone. Mine has no space on it. Yes. Guys, when you're doing videos and stuff like this, definitely try to get the better phones if you can. But yeah, so I book the parties for the restaurants, teaching them at the restaurants. And then if you're doing like a pickup, you could either do a porch pickup, but if you don't want people to come to your house, you know, if you kind of want that boundary, that space, what I do is I say, hey, here's, you know, my kits are going to be for sale from this time to this time. This is for local kits, so you don't have to worry about shipping. Then you can say, you know, the deadline is Friday. You need to place your order between now and Friday. That gives them like a week, for example, from Monday through Friday. or you could even do from a weekend to a Friday. And then you can say pickup will be on Tuesday at between 12 and 2. I'm going to be in the parking lot of Starbucks, and you can pick your kit up at that time. If this doesn't work for you, let me know. Or you could have 2 pickup times. Maybe you only have an hour, you know, at 12 to 1, and then you have, if there still needs to be people to pick up, then you have from 6 to 7 if people are getting off work. The reason why I do that is because I have done, again, I'm your guinea pig. I have done the drop off. It took me 4.5 hours to do drop offs.
Wow. Okay.
Not worth it. By the time I spent all that time, I was like, really? I made that money, but it sucked because I had to drive all over town. So if you just do that and then you just watch trainings or work on your phone while you're waiting, everybody's coming, they come grab a coffee and they grab your stuff. And you can just wait in your car. Just say, hey, I'm in a white Mazda, you know, I'll have the kits ready. The trunk will be open so you'll know it's me. And then you can do it that way too.
Okay. So I'm kind of new to Facebook, and I did have a paint party. I did my first one, and it was on Zoom, but it was through, you know, my church. So people I know. So I'm still kind of new to trying to do it on Facebook. I'm not a Facebook person. I do have a Facebook page. I just started. So how do you reach out to people? Like I said, I don't have a lot of people right now that I keep in contact with on Facebook. So how do you get people to your Facebook page to, I guess, advertise your kits and get them out to everyone?
Okay, so great question. So how many of y'all here are kind of brand new to Facebook? Is there anybody, if you'll just put in the comments, yes, if that's you. Here's the thing about Facebook. We all have to start somewhere, okay? So there's a couple ways. I would make sure you just have a personal Facebook profile for sure, because if you are messaging a restaurant, the first thing they're going to do is they're going to stalk you on Facebook. That's what they're going to do. They're going to make sure, like, okay, is this girl even paints? Like, so if you go look at Heidi Easley, my personal Facebook page, you're going to see family, painting, stuff about God, stuff about my dog. That's pretty much the overall theme every time. You're not going to see forwards. You're not going to see a bunch of recipe or crock pot stuff, because I want people, if they're searching for me, they're immediately associating me with, I am the paint person. Like, I'm the paint party girl they need to go to. So, so we have a whole training in the website as well as Facebook that talks all about how to position your personal Facebook page to look like you're the person they need to come to, right? Because you want to make sure you're posting that kind of stuff. So whenever it's called pre-marketing, okay? It's kind of like you're always going to be in their head about when something comes up, oh my gosh, I need to go to Christine. She does those paint parties, or she does this, or she can make that. So because you're new to Facebook, go ahead and have your personal profile. If you're not sure what it should look like, you can go look at mine as an example and just kind of see how I go between painting and you know, just the stuff that I value, right? Mm-hmm. And then what I recommend is go ahead and set up your Facebook business page. Okay, it doesn't have to have a lot on it yet, but at least have it there, because if you're okay, good, perfect. So if you're contacting a restaurant, you they're really not usually going to your Facebook business page, because you're contacting them through your name. So they're going to be clicking on your name and they're going to see that. So if you go, let me show something with y'all really quick. This is really important, and a lot of people forget to do this. So if you go to your name on your personal page, you should immediately have right here, see under the intro, they can find me. So guys, my personal Facebook page is all in a non-annoying marketing tool. This is my resume. This is my marketing resume without it being annoying, okay? So you can see I just painted this. I'm not asking anybody to buy a sale, I'm just letting them know, can't wait to paint this with some ladies. What are you working on? And then comments, 81 likes and some comments. What happens is a lot of times people forget right here to tie it back to your Instagram, your YouTube, your website. I don't know why I don't have my, oh, there it is. And then artist and founder at Texas Art and Soul. So immediately they could check me out and go, yeah, this girl paints. She has family. She's not a robot, you know, because a lot of times if all we're doing is forwarding, you know, recipes and stuff like that. Oh, she really does do painting stuff. There's some stuff that's happening here, right? Then they're going to go here, and that's where they're going to stalk you next. They're going to stalk you on your business page. So when you're messaging these restaurants or churches or country clubs, you want to have your stuff, like you want to be ready, you know, so when they look at you, they can see, oh, wait, she's legit. She's really doing this. So if you're brand new to this, another thing that I teach inside of Paint Party headquarters is whenever, you know, Facebook is basically a search engine. So you can do buy, sell, trade. Anybody use buy, sell, trade pages for selling your couch or anything like that? Okay, you're going to love this. So if you are brand new and you don't have any customers yet, if you type in buy, sell, trade, and then whatever county you are. So mine is Hood County. So I'm going to hit enter. And then buy, sell, trade pages come up like crazy. They're groups. They're private groups that you usually have to join. Okay. This is Hood County, Texas only. 6.2 thousand members. This one has 75,000 members. So if I click on here, I can actually sell something. So here's the coolest thing. I could sell, this is where I'll sell porch leaners locally. This is where I'll sell art kits. This is where I will sell a commissioned piece. If I'm doing a bunch of truck and trees with last names on them, I'll say, you know, but the way you do it, and again, we have a full training that tells you how to do this correctly, because if you do it wrong, they'll deny it because it is a private group. You have to be approved for it. So I would go to buy, sell, trade and type in your county, and then I would try to join at least 5 of those, because then I could go in here and I could sell something and I could add a photo. I could title it. I could put the price, let's say $45 for, let's say I'm going to do a door hanger, and I'm going to do fall door hanger. I could do $45 fall door hanger. I could do condition new, and then I could put hand painted, ready to hang, you know, use some fun keywords. You're going to love this. And I customize, and then I could put the picture of it. I could add the photo. Let me see if I have it on here. I would not add the picture of my face. I would have it staged, which is what I'm going to be doing for y'all. But I would have that picture staged, and maybe I just do one picture, and then I would have it cranberry. I could do tags if I want, DIY, or maybe I do home decor. Something like that, because people search it. And then I would post this, and then this is going to immediately go, like, so let's say I don't have a big following. Well, guess what? That's just gone to 75,000 members in a private group who are looking for stuff like that. So there's many, many options. But again, you have to know how to market it. Some people will put their stuff up there, but they're not doing it the right way, and it's going to go south. It's not going to sell. Okay, so there's a lot of different things like that, and there's tons of trainings in there that you could do that. Kelly says, never thought of that way for my personal page. Yeah, my personal page, like sometimes I'm like, you know, I have like 60-something thousand photos on my phone, and there's about 4 that include my family. No, there's more than that. But for real, it's like so many painting things. And so sometimes I'm like, guys, we need to get some family pictures, because all my Facebook page looks like is just, you know, a promo reel. Like, you know, you got to mix it up in your personal page. You can't just, you know, here's my art again, here's my art again, here's my art again. Like, you got to show that you're an actual human. Because if you don't, then, you know, they're going to buy from somebody they're going to trust. And if you're just forwarding, you know, funny cat videos, as much as we all love that, And I do highly recommend for all of y'all, I know we're coming into an election year. We have a very strong policy of no political talk in this group. I do want to say that if you are wanting to make some fast cash, if you put some political porch leaners, which again, we will not post any of those in this group. We have a very strong policy against that because I don't want to divide this group in any way. But if you're trying to make some fast cash and you, in your area, you probably know what area is really, strong on what part of the area you're in. You can sell some porch leaners like crazy if you do, whatever, your area is really popular in. And so we have some people in our group that are selling porch leaners, political porch leaners like crazy, making a ton of money. But I asked them, do not post. We're not posting those. I'm not saying don't do it. I'm just saying we're not posting about that in the group. And also, I also want to just do a quick reminder, as I just showed you my page, I strongly encourage you to think about 4 things that are really important to you. So, Gloria's might be birds. She has her bird on her shoulder. I know we have another bird person here. Aletha might, be about birds. And mine is about Blue. Let me show y'all Blue if you haven't met him yet. Come here, buddy. Come here. I know you just want belly rubs. This is my old dog. He's 14 years old, but everybody thinks he's a puppy, but he's an old man. Mwah. He's so sweet. But he is, oh my gosh, he's like my kid. Yes, we have cats too. Oh my gosh, we're very, very family friendly here with our animals. And so my things are all about Blue. My things are about faith. My things are about painting. And my things are about my family. And so what you're going to, Blue, they're saying hi to you. He gets grumpy at night, y'all. He's like so sweet during the day and he gets grumpy at night. So I would think about 4 or 5 things that are really important to you and then literally rotate them. Just rotate them on your page. So if you scroll through my personal page, again, my personal page is literally my resume. Whether you like it or not, it's your resume. So I strongly discourage you to, as much as you want to be like, again, go vote, do that, all of those things. But I strongly encourage you not to be forwarding, and some people get mad at me for saying this. But again, this is just my advice. You can take it or leave it. But if you're forwarding every political post, everything you're doing, number one, hardly anybody's seeing that. Facebook hates a forward. They hate it. So if you have 100 friends on your Facebook page and you have forwarded something, a crock pot recipe, a funny cat video, a political post, Facebook is showing that to probably about 6 people, if that. That's it. You think because I posted it, they're seeing it. It is so not true. What I want to encourage you to do is post an official post. So even though I did a Facebook Live on my Texas Art and Soul page, if I was just to forward that to my personal page, Facebook isn't going to show that to hardly anybody. And if you want to kind of test this, so think about how many times you log into Facebook and you see every freaking birthday and anniversary. Doesn't matter what's going on. You know why you see that? It's because they've posted pictures and everybody's saying happy birthday, happy anniversary. So what that does to Facebook's algorithm is, let's say you have 100 people on your page. They showed it to about 7. Then all of a sudden they're saying happy birthday, happy anniversary. Then all of a sudden Facebook's going, oh, people like this. Now they're going to shoot it out to about 20 people. They're doing it again. Oh, they really like this. Now they're shooting it out to a lot of your friends. So I really want you to notice, a lot of times I'll have people say, my friends and my family aren't supporting me. First off, you got to get that train of thought out of your head. If you're looking for your friends and your family to support your paint party business and your crafty business, you are running a very short-term game, okay? So listen to me teaching you how to do this in a long-term strategy. Also, those are not your customers. Yes, I have friends and family that buy stuff from me or that I'll make stuff for them, but they're not who I'm counting on to come to my paint parties every time. So please make sure you get that out of your head. Also, if you post something on your Facebook page and you get no likes, it's because you're doing it wrong. You're doing it wrong. You've got to play the game. You've got it. The Instagram, we have a lot of Instagram trainings coming out, and it's showing you how to play the game right. It's a game. It's an algorithm game that we have so much opportunity with right now that you can either be mad at the game or you can go, huh, this might be fun, and then try the game. And then you're like, oh, if I do this, this happens. If I do this, that happened. And it's kind of cool once you start to learn what works and what doesn't work, then there's so many exciting things that can happen from that. So I hope that helped. Did that answer in a long-winded way, Christine?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So we have about 12 minutes left. Let me go ahead and move on to Jolie. And welcome. I'm glad you're here. Thanks for being here. Okay, let's go to Jolie. Hello, Jolie.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good, thanks. How about yourself?
Good.
Sorry,
Go
I'm a
for it.
mess in painting.
Oh, great.
I have a question about doing the parties in a Facebook group. So I've actually been teaching workshops for quite some time. I'm in Northern Ireland, and we haven't been able to do anything in person at all since March.
Okay.
So my workshops pretty much disappeared. So I planned on doing online stuff, pre-recorded, maybe with like a Zoom follow-up for Q&A and demo. So I was thinking of kind of doing a hybrid thing. So I was wondering, you had showed us, I think it was Sunday night, whatever it was, about putting together a group for the date of the party. Do you do that like then you delete that group, or do you change the date? Or because my thought was if I have a party, which is essentially like a workshop of what I've been doing before, having that, and then once you've attended it, you're in that group and you have access to the videos, access to any lives I do in there. Does it really matter?
Yeah, so what I do is and I love how you're not scared to pivot, because people right now who are scared to pivot, like you can't be Blockbuster. You got to know what to do, right? So I love that about you. And so here's the thing. I have many challenges and many different groups. So like the fall ball. So a lot of y'all met me through the fall ball. So that was a private group that I set up, and then that will be archived here in about a month and a half. So I say everything's in announcements. We're going to archive the group after a certain amount of time. I actually have left the group open a little bit longer than I should. Usually I recommend like, hey, the group will be open for you for about 3 weeks. They'll still have access to all the recordings in that private group. Okay. And if you want more training on this, we have we have an entire 3-part training in Paint Party headquarters that shows exactly how to create the private group, get people to the party. It's almost like getting people to your in-person workshops. You're just routing them to this private group. And then the next thing I want you to know is after you archive it, I save everything to announcements. So they're not so if I do a video, save to announcements. Video, save to announcements. Everything is saved to announcements. So when I archive it, they can always go back to announcements and rewatch it. Then, so in November, usually the end of November, I'll do like a paint. Last year I did a paint big snowman challenge. This year I don't think I'm going to do the paint big on it, but I'm going to do a snowman challenge. In this snowman challenge, which all of you will have access to for free for being part of Paint Party headquarters, but I will have another private group. So it's almost like in a paint party world or a workshop world, you have an event here, you have an event here, you have an event here. Same thing with online. I have a private group here for that one, a private group here for that one, a private group here for that one. Keep them open 3 or 4 weeks, archive them, keep everything in announcements. It's already recorded. Everything's there for you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great. That's great. And can I ask one other quick question?
Yes.
So my audience knows me for selling Christian artwork and doing basically Christian workshops, so Bible journaling workshops and stuff. but I like the idea of really going out. Am I going to, you mentioned only having one Facebook page. Am I going to kind of like do something? I don't know. It's late here. Sorry, it's almost 2 in the morning. So like this question is not coming out.
What time is it in Ireland? I'm just curious.
It's 10 to 2 in the morning. I'm actually from the States, but my husband's from here.
Okay, I was like, your voice sounds like you're from here, but yeah.
I'm from there, yeah.
Well, I'm glad you stayed on with this. So yes, ask away. I will answer.
Yeah. So am I going to dilute my brand, I guess? Like, am I going to confuse my brand if all of a sudden I'm not just doing Bible journaling workshops, I'm, teaching this painting and that painting? And is this a scenario where I actually should think about starting another page, or just kind of have like a subset?
So how big's your following?
About 3,000.
I would not start another page, because here's the thing. And y'all probably see me, like, I talk openly about God all the time. And I'm a praying girl, and there's people that join my group that don't believe the same way I do, and that's totally fine. There's so much business strategy, but we do have like a prayer and gratitude meeting a month. And I just want people to always know, like, openly when they come in, that I can't help it, because God, I know, has helped build this business to what it is. So what I would recommend is I would just, first off, I would ask, if you're already having a lot of success with these workshops, number one, ask your audience, hey, I was thinking about maybe teaching this and trying it out, or this. Do a poll. You're going to see real quick what they want to see. And what I think sometimes people get confused with is they build something up really great, and they're on this great path. And then as creatives, we start to get bored because we want to be creative and we want to do something else. But really, if you're making money and you're doing something really good with it, then ask them what they want. And if they want to see more of a different style or something like that, bring that in. But always come back to your roots. If normally when you talk, it comes out and you're talking about God, how can you, I just did a Witches Be Crazy. It doesn't mean I don't love God, because I love to decorate for Halloween and be silly around Halloween. One of my favorite movies is Practical Magic. And some people, especially as a Christian, some people are totally against that. But, I think each person is different. And I think you need to ask your audience what they want. Because if all of a sudden I started doing watercolor on my page, it might be fun for a little bit, but is that going to be long-term? And then I would also ask yourself too, like, what do you see in the next year? If you're really doing a great job at this Bible journaling and, use my marketing and my social media skills like that I'm teaching you to grow that. Because if you are really niched in and you have a really great audience for that, you might not want to mess that up. You might want to just keep doing that. Yeah. Brendan just messaged me and said, yeah, Julie, one of our paint party headquarters team, as well as one of the girls I told you that's done over 500 paint parties, she does a ton of Bible journaling paint parties. So she's actually, taken that into a place where she can make even more money doing Bible journaling paint parties. So I want you to think about long-term, because again, you get to stage 5, money-making artist, which is what it sounds like you already are. And then what if, after you start learning some stuff, you want to learn more about how you could turn this into a monthly Bible journaling. We're always going to our Bible daily and looking at our, scripture or whatever. There's so many possibilities. And I just don't want you to all of a sudden have this really cool thing happening. You have all this momentum, and then because we're creative and we get sometimes bored, and then we change our direction. So I would not start a second page. I would poll your audience and ask them, would you like to learn this? Maybe a fun extra, or would you still like to learn more of this, and kind of see what they're looking at.
That sounds okay. Thank you very much. That was really helpful.
You're welcome. Yes, and it's late. It's past your bedtime. Thanks for staying up with us. That was really cool.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. So let's see. I think we have time for a couple more questions. We are almost at 8 o'clock. Was that Jolie? Did I just answer her question? I think that was Jolie, wasn't it? Maybe. Jolie, did I answer your question already? Was that you?
Yes, that was me. You answered.
Okay. Okay,
Thank
good.
you.
I didn't want to miss you. Okay.
Thanks.
All right. The next person is going to be Donna. If you want to ask your question, and then I'll finish with the person who says iPad that raised their hand. I don't know who that is.
Great.
Where is
Hi, can you hear me?
I can.
Great.
Where are you, Donna?
Oh, you're too kind. I actually had one question, and then a couple of the recent things made me inspired to ask a couple of quick questions. And I see somebody else asked the same thing. When you spoke about forwarding information on Facebook, is that the same as when you share?
Yes. So when you share on Facebook, you're not going to get near the traction as if you were to just post it.
Perfect. Okay, so that was good. And then the other quick question was that training that you spoke about on the buy-sell trade with the county, is that in the Kajabi app? We'd be able to follow those.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
It's in the Kajabi app and the Paint Party headquarters Facebook group as well.
Right. So those are the quick ones. Now, the main question I had was actually more of a techie question, is all this lovely stuff that you've spoken about with the Archon mount and the ring light and all that good things. If we don't have that and wanting to do something like that time lapse, besides hanging things from the ceiling, do you have any quick in the meantime tips while we order some of the other things?
Yes, so I've done everything from hanging things from the ceiling to a selfie stick with a toilet paper roll.
Oh, fabulous.
To propping it up and it falling in my paint water, literally all of it. So yes, if you don't have something yet, just take some duct tape. I don't know. Anything that you can do, maybe a piece of Scotch tape. You could do it this way. It doesn't have to technically be up like this. You could do kind of a side view. Just put it on a lamp, a vase. Let me do the spotlight so y'all can see me a little easier. And you could do it on a lamp or a vase, or use some Scotch tape and get it around there to get it on there. And then you could even put it over the shoulder. So sometimes I'll put like my bar stool, and then I'll place something there to hold it. Whatever you need to do until you have the resources to get the next step. We also have a training that just came out that says where to get the goods. Yes. And that training shows, y'all may have already seen that. It shows like where I buy all of my stuff. So make sure you check that out as well. But yeah, I would just get resourceful, use some Scotch tape or whatever you can, and just get it positioned. And maybe find a lamp and then tape it to a lamp just so you can hit time lapse. Again, I'm telling you, like, we have like random crap like hang. I remember when I was first doing videos, I took fishing line and my daughter's blanket, and I attached it to the ceiling behind me because my office, like the way it looked was just so bad. And it was falling down. I'd be in the middle of an interview and it'd fall. And I'm like, dang it. So yeah, just use what
motivation.
Yeah.
Get it. So you're building some MacGyver plans here, and then we'll eventually get the real stuff. Do you also have a training on like how to position your cameras, like you said, vertical? I mean, horizontal is the best, but even if you've got an angle, that's good too. Yes.
So we have a Facebook Live training that helps you with that. And then all the videos you've been seeing me side by side, I am working out all of the mess ups right now. And once I have that, I'll probably be releasing that in the next couple months of exactly how to do what I did.
Fabulous.
Yeah.
Got you in there.
I'm telling you, I love to be y'all's guinea pig. So I can figure it out, make all the mistakes and look like an idiot. And then I just teach y'all how to do it right.
Sounds good. Thanks so much.
You're welcome. I'm glad you're here, Donna. Am I saying that right, Donna?
Yes, Donna. Yep.
Okay, awesome. And are you from Australia?
South Africa.
South Africa. Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah. Well, welcome. Glad you're here. Okay, so the iPad. Let's see. I just asked to unmute, and we'll end with the iPad question. Let's see if it worked. Who is the iPad?
Me.
Oh, go for it.
I think it's me. What is that? Hi, Barbara. I'm from Gulf Shores, Alabama. We're down here in a hotel right now. The hurricane's getting ready to hit us.
Yeah, what is it? What is the category now?
It's a category 1, but it's going like 2 miles an hour, and we've been doing this all day.
Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, so it's going to hit sometime tonight or tomorrow, and we live in a camper, like a travel trailer. We actually work at one of the RV parks here. So we're at a hotel now because 45 to 65 to 80-mile winds. I don't think it's going to work too good in a like a travel trailer.
Were you able to move your travel trailer, or did you have to leave it?
We left it there. It's only like 300 yards. The place we're staying is only 300 yards from where our camping, the resort is. So we just came over here for 2 nights and let this thing get through because we're on the front end of it. And now when the eye comes through, we'll be on the back end of it. So we're going to get it all the way around. But we're like 5 miles from the beach. So.
Oh my gosh. And your name is Barbara?
Yes, ma'am. And I'm brand new. This is the first time I've ever done it. I got to learn how to do all this computer kind of stuff because I love to paint. I'm just scared of it. I'm scared to death. What are those porch thingies you were talking about? I don't see. I don't even know what that is.
No, that's okay. And everybody, if you're a praying type of girl, definitely pray for Barbara and her travel trailer so that it can be safe. Because I know
everybody that's not safe in a hotel like I am, because there's going to be a whole lot of them that's in low-lying areas here that, I mean, they haven't anywhere to go.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, living in Panama City Beach for so long. I lived there for almost 10 years, and we had to evacuate many times for hurricanes. And then when Michael hit a couple years ago, oh my gosh, my brother, I kept calling him saying, please leave. And he finally left. And the house literally diagonal from him disappeared. Like, I was like, so thankful he left. And they had a lot of damage and stuff like that. So yeah, all the fire areas and hurricanes, definitely will be praying for y'all.
Yeah, the thing about it is here, this hurricane is not Ivan, but tomorrow is Ivan's anniversary of when it hit. And tomorrow's the day so many years ago that Ivan hit. I forget how many it was. But this is the water is what's getting us more than the wind. But anyway, thank you very much for the prayers, because we believe in prayer and God's keeping us safe here. But I do worry about so many people that, I mean, you know, when you're near the canal or near the water, there's not much you can do about it. You can't move your house.
Yeah, it's so hard. Oh my gosh. Yeah, we'll definitely be praying for y'all. And porch cleaners. Okay, so porch cleaners are awesome. So did you see my live earlier today when I did the sunflower porch cleaner?
No, because I was too busy trying to get over here to the hotel.
Okay, well, don't worry, because you're in Paint Party headquarters. You have access to everything. So porch cleaners, we have an entire thing on porch cleaners inside of Paint Party headquarters. And then also, just so you know what a porch cleaner is, let me quickly show you. Hold on.
Do I just go to Facebook to get things?
Do you have a Facebook?
Yeah, I mean, is that where? Yeah, where do I go to learn everything?
There's 4 different places you can go. So this is so Facebook Paint Party headquarters. So everybody listening, make sure you know, because we have this in 4 different places for you. So some people are all about Facebook and they never sign into the Paint Party headquarters website, which I think is a shame, because we spend a lot of money and time making that thing beautiful for y'all and very, very organized. And it's also available on an app on your phone. So please, please log into it because it's beautiful. So Facebook, you're going to see this here. And Facebook, I highly recommend doing a personal Facebook profile and then a business Facebook profile, because you're going to be able to, it's kind of like, you know, in the old days where we would put an ad in a paper to do our paint party or sell something. Now Facebook is like our online resume. But here is where you can see everything in Facebook under Paint Party Headquarters. You can also see everything in our app. So if you go to Texas Art and Soul, and when you signed up, you got an email, and it's probably in your spam folder. But if you scroll down, you're going to see right here in bright pink, Paint Party Headquarters members only area. This right here has everything that is on Facebook except for the community. So the reason why I love for y'all to go here, this is also an app that can be on your phone, as well as whatever email you paid with, we send you every first 3 Mondays of the month, the same trainings that are in here, we send you the newest training through your email. So you're getting everything 4 different ways. You're getting it by email, you're getting it by your Facebook page, private page, you're getting it by your headquarters app, and you're also getting it by the Paint Party Headquarters website. So you can go in here and check it out. So let me see where our porch leaners are. Oh, I wanted to show you a porch leaner real quick. So this one I just did earlier today. So if you want to kill an hour of time, you can watch, or you can just fast forward. This right here is a porch leaner. So this is just
kind of messy. So I'll hold it.
This is just one example, but it's just a piece of wood, and people put them on their porch, and you can sell them for 45 to 55 bucks a piece. And they're super, super simple to make. Is that your dog?
Yes.
We love dogs and cats and birds.
They think they're on a party right now. They don't know where they are, and they don't know what's going on.
They're like, yeah, something new. You're like, it's not fun. Yeah, so porch leaners, there's many different ways to do it, but if you go into Paint Party Headquarters, you can search anytime in your here you can go to the search tab, and we've had a lot of questions about this porch signs. Let me see if I can find right here under porch signs. I basically tell you how to get everything, where you buy them, what you buy them at Lowe's, the discount. But here's the thing, guys, as we wrap up here, because I know we're just over our 2 hours, as we wrap up here, what I want you to know is anytime you are lost or confused or scared or not sure what to do, right here in this discussion tab, you can literally go, hi, I'm confused. What's my next best step? Okay. I'm trying to sell porch leaners, for example, or I'm trying to book my first paint party, for example. Like you can literally do your next best, like where you're at. All I ask is that you don't go crazy with lots of paragraphs, because then people are going to have a hard time reading it quick and getting you an answer quick. But if you get short and sweet to the point, I'm telling you guys, these women in here, we are a powerful force of sharing, of collaborating, of wanting everyone to have success. Right here, yellow or white letters. She wants to know, she wants some advice. Look, already 18 comments of people telling her, okay, you should do white for sure. You know, all of these, yep, beige, what about beige, creamy butter? Like everybody's like chiming in to say what color she should put on this sign. And I think she should do white or the creamy color too, because it's a dark sign, so it would really pop. So anytime y'all get scared, confused, whatever that is, that Facebook group is so powerful. Because when our husbands, our partners, our siblings are sick and tired of hearing what we're talking about, because this is our world and we're, you know, in love with it. Oh my gosh, that puppy's so cute. They are, you know, we can go here and immediately get the answers. immediately get responses. So yes, if you don't know what a porch leaner is, welcome, because it's a way to make a lot of money. Yes, that's good. Awesome. Okay, so any last question before you go? Was that your question? Just where the porch leaners were, what that was about?
Well, that's what I got 150 of them, but we'll do that one at a time.
One at a time. That's good. That's a good plan. Yeah. Guys, I just want to say thank you so much for being here. I just want to say I want y'all to, as you start to get confused, take deep breaths. You're going to be coming into marketing strategies, social media strategies like crazy. I want y'all to know that I'm very transparent. I personally invest the price of a mortgage every month to learn from somebody else who's doing bigger things, so I can constantly be learning. So I'm constantly learning, throwing myself out there, being a guinea pig. I feel like I'm that person that's throwing myself in front of a train so I can figure it all out and help you. So I want you to know I'm not a person that's like, I did paint parties over 10 years ago and I did it for 6 times and now I'm going to teach you. No, I am constantly learning and growing and doing things as I can, so I can say, yes, that worked. No, that didn't work. Just like I said earlier, art kits are awesome, but I'm telling you, I'm making way more doing porch leaners and way more doing this reverse paint party strategy than I ever did with art kits. So I want to always be transparent. So if you're like, you want to reinvent the wheel, that's fine. But if you're in a position where you're like, I just need the fastest way to cash, what's going to make me the most money right now, then listen, follow what I'm telling you to do. Go to those announcements. Then you can go, okay, let me tweak this a little bit. But if you're, I don't know about y'all, but when I do something that's successful and it brings my family money, that gives me confidence, like nobody's business. So if you're like, you need that bolt of confidence, don't try to reinvent the wheel and try to go, oh, let me just mix it up. One of our members, Brenda, I call her Aunt B. She's so funny. She's like, I was trying to do all this and finally I just listened to what Heidi said. And then all of a sudden I made all this money. And I was like, I'm not trying to trick you. I'm telling you, just do these things and it works. And so again, I'll tell you, here's a beautiful flyer to use for your restaurant. And then I'll have somebody post a flyer with 500 words. And I'm like, it's not going to sell. It's not going to sell, so there's marketing tweaks, and I'm here to help you as much as I possibly humanly can. And as you get to know me more, I hope you can see that I really want to help you so much. Aletha, did you have a question? Let me ask to unmute you. And your bird's gone.
Yes. Yeah, I had to put them away.
Oh, he was trying to peck the thing.
Yeah. My question is, has anyone tried to, it's a cheap way, but you can still make it look nice, use the wood pieces that you can get from the Dollar Tree? Because they're getting much bigger now.
Yes. Yeah. You can do those as like kids' art kits.
Yeah.
I do those for sure.
Okay. I thought someone said something, sorry. About the porch leaners really quickly, what's the average price they sell for and what's the average height that they're cut at?
So I've been doing the 6 foot, just straight from Lowe's, the white wood.
Okay,
I don't cut anything. I just grab and buy them. And
okay.
then how is that cat not eating that bird? Are they friends?
My cat's 18 years old.
I was going to say, Gloria's cat is literally looking at her bird.
Yeah.
I'm like a squirrel. I'm like,
she'll swat at him sometimes. It's more me worrying about the bird biting the cat.
Okay, so back to porch leaners. Sorry, I get distracted. So back to porch leaners, the 6 foot, those like you could put the welcome on. And then the other ones, those might be like if you have a saw or you can get somebody, a handyman close by to make.
I am a handyman. I have tons of woodworks stuff.
Perfect. So put some of those.
Yeah, I have more tools than most men I know.
Oh, good. Yes. I know that's the thing. Like I can do all the stuff and I've learned how to do all the stuff, but that's just not, I would rather be painting it than actually cutting it. But some of y'all really like to cut the stuff as well. And
Yeah.
I'm just like, make it so I can paint it, because I just want to get my hands in the paint. But yes, definitely. So you could do either of those. So you can see on my page, I've been doing, and also in Paint Party headquarters, you'll see some of the examples, but
Yeah.
I sell them. And if I'm painting them, I sell them for 45 to 55.
Okay.
And then if it's a double-sided, I can sell them usually for like 75 to 90. It depends on, of course, your design. It also depends on, your area, because every area, it's a little bit different. You'll start
Yeah.
to find your sweet spot, but that's what I recommend.
Well,
And
I'm in Northern Virginia. It's just nothing but houses and townhouses. I'm in
good.
a populated area.
Good. And those porch signs are so darn cute. So, and sunflower porch signs, I don't know about where you are from, but dang, those are like, they always go viral. Like a sunflower porch sign, you need your page to get some action to a sunflower porch sign. And then also, oh yeah, this is similar to, this isn't really too much of a porch leaner. This is just on a piece of plywood.
Yeah, that's huge.
But yeah, it's a pretty big piece. But again, sometimes when you just want interaction, and you have full rights to this, it's called Vintage Santa. So I have a full tutorial for y'all to use that on different sizes. But that's just but you could do that on a porch leaner. And then also, I recommend if you're doing that other side, if you're doing it as a paint party, I usually charge 45 to 55. Again, the same price for doing it as a paint party. And then
you're paying $17 for the wood itself, and then you're charging 45. So it's like, don't count the pennies to get to the dollars kind of thing.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. And if you're doing a paint party of 10 people, and let's say you've spent $20 on supplies, and now you're making at least $20 to $35 a person.
Yeah. Okay.
Again, like that's like $300 for a few hours of an event.
All right. Do you have anybody that uses the wood crates? You talked earlier about the ones that soak up the wood. Those are it. I would go and just use regular primer to prime it first.
Yeah, definitely.
That uses the wood crates and tears them apart, because that's the rustic look.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So for a long
by the dozen.
For a long time, what we did was we found old pallets.
That's what I'm talking about, pallets.
Yeah, we did this for like a year and a half, 2 years. We would find old pallets on Buy Sell Trade, because everybody always posts in search of old pallets. People used to send me because they knew I was always hunting them down. We would grab the old pallets, and then my husband and my stepdad, they would tear them all apart. They would saw them. We would make them into little pallet boards.
Yeah.
And we literally, like, I would bring those with cow poop on them. Like, the more rustic, the more they chose. Like, if it was more gross, they wanted that. It was crazy. And so I remember I did a church party of like 75 women, and I had about 20 of those pallets. I was like, I'm just going to bring these to kind of get rid of them, honestly. And then I had all the other really nice pieces of wood. All of those rustic pallets went first. They were like, where can we get one of those? Are there any more of those? And I was like, oh, I was just bringing them extra because I was just trying to get rid of them. And they wanted those more. And I charged 45 for that party.
Okay. The wholesale comes taxes. When we do our business name locally, is that also when we get our tax number? So then we can do the wholesale?
So you want to get a DBA first. If
Yeah,
you're doing
DBA.
DBA, it's like $20 doing business as.
Uh-huh.
And then you can use a sales tax ID number. It's free. So I usually
DBA?
do what?
Will the sales tax number come with the DBA, or you have to go to a different area and file for that?
Yeah, usually I go to like the county clerk's office.
Okay.
And here's the thing, you can do some of that online, but there are so many scams online that I try to go, like when I get my sales tax number, I try to like make sure, because what'll happen is if you Google that, it goes on to all these crazy websites.
Yeah.
So
And then
I
the thing
try to
also
find
is so many places are closed right now. So getting in and doing this. Now, this is something I should know because I used to own my own cleaning business for years and years and years. But it's been so long when I first initiated doing the sales tax and the DBA that it's just kind of gone in one ear and out the other. But I'm sure once I get in there, I'll figure it back out again.
Oh yeah, and whenever you, and we have some trainings in there too, like talking a little bit about taxes. I'm very careful about giving you too much tax advice because I don't want anybody to go to jail, because I can teach you so much about paint parties and marketing and strategy. But when it comes to tax stuff, we do have some trainings in our stage 5. And Connie, who is in Paint Party headquarters, she's actually a CPA. So what I would recommend is finding a trusted CPA in your local area, and maybe find somebody who who is successful at business, and then ask. Oh, Amber married her CPA. That's perfect. I would find a trusted CPA, or your husband, and then I would find somebody who's doing business, like a successful business that you trust, and then ask them who their CPA is. Because guys, here's the thing: there's going to be so many things. I think for years I only paid $300 for them to do my taxes, and they found so many things that I were able to write off that saved me so much money. So find a trusted CPA, then they're going to walk you through who to go to for the sales tax ID, all of that kind of stuff. And some of the wholesale places, you can usually, like Diverse Woodworking or Gare or Bisque Imports, some of those you can just use your social to start with, and they'll allow you to do a wholesale account with that. So you'll have to check on that to see.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so many great things. And then I think that was that your last question, Aletha?
My name is Althea.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Althea,
okay.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, thank you. I hated it when I was a child, but as an adult, I've grown to like it. There's several pictures, like silhouettes of a mermaid and of a scuba diver, and I've actually done a painting that's in the bathroom, but they were specifically on a web page somewhere, and I have no idea where I saw it. Are we allowed to do that and then do that as a paint party because it's a silhouette, or do we have to figure out who drew it and get their permission, or just change it up just a little bit?
You need to change it up, and then also check out in Paint Party headquarters the Frankensteining training. So it's called Frankensteining, and it's like a 12 to 13 minute training, and it shows my entire process. I actually went over it, a little bit of it this morning in a live, just kind of showing the process. But in that training, it's very specific. I'm showing you exactly how to do it by being inspired, but then by the time you're done with it, it looks like a totally different painting.
Yeah. Hold on just 1 second.
Okay. While she's doing that, Jennifer says, can you speak about moving in on someone else's territory? I live in a small town, don't know the other lady, but she already does paint parties and sells her paintings. So how do you recommend going about that without being a problem? Jennifer, oh my gosh. So the way I'm teaching you this is you've got to not think about just your territory. I'm about to expand your mind worldwide, people, okay? There's so many opportunities. If you're willing to do Facebook Lives and things like that, you don't have to worry about competition because there's billions of people online. Okay, let me see.
See, this is what I was talking about. Is it great for, a him and her paint night?
Yeah, very cute. Yeah, you just want to make sure if that was posted on Pinterest or somewhere that it doesn't look just like theirs.
Okay, so just watch your Frankenstein and learn how to change it up a little bit.
Yes, definitely. Yeah, because I mean, there's only so many ways you can do a mermaid, only so many ways you can do a pumpkin, but we want to be ethical to make sure, because as again, this is another thing I want y'all to think of mindset wise. Forever I called my business a business. And then I started changing the wording to company. And I was like, you know what? This isn't just a business. This is a company. And it's like when I started like thinking of things that way, it's like my business kept growing and growing and growing. And now it's a company. We have tons of people who work with me, and we have a whole team, where before it was just me. So I want you to think about that, because, you know, we can easily like copy somebody's stuff, but then as your company grows, things that maybe only a few people saw, now it's amplified to 100, to 200, to 1,000. And so I want y'all to always ethically be growing your company, your business. So as it grows, you never know where this paint party adventure is going to lead you. And then fast forward 2-3 years from now, you don't want people to go back and go, oh my gosh, look at all the Mickey Mouse stuff she did. And now you got a letter from a lawyer from Disney going, you know, that was great, you sold all that, but now you're, you know, because people will literally like just take Mickey Mouse and sell it. You know, I did a Little Mermaid because my niece is obsessed with Little Mermaid, and I did a Little Mermaid on her graduation hat, but I did not sell it. I did not promote it as a sale. It was just a painting. It's totally different when you start like selling, like Green Bay Packers or Dallas Cowboys, like things change and you can get in a lot of trouble for that.
Okay, cool. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
The first video we hit when we joined you, and then you said welcome, and you turned around to that big crowd and they screamed hi. I like jumped, and then I kind of teared up. That was really cool. Very touching of you to do that.
Oh my gosh. I don't know if you noticed in the video, I was tearing up. Did you notice that?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, and so that's called Paint Party Business Live. So we do that once a year, and this year it's in Dollywood. So I'm very excited. We're actually going to host it every year in Dollywood because they are, first off, Dolly Parton. I can't say enough good things about that woman. But if you don't know a lot about her, you've got to do some little research, because a lot of times people just judge her by her looks. But she,
No, my parents were rock and roll and country. I grew up with both of them.
oh, she is amazing. So we are doing Paint Party Business Live at Dollywood every year, and we actually have it here in about 3 weeks, but we sold out of tickets in 10 hours back in March. So tickets have been sold out for months. So we have kind of like a virtual thing that we have. So if anybody's interested in that, just message us if you're wanting to think about that. And then Janelle says there's an amazing drunk history episode about Dolly Parton. Oh my gosh, I gotta see that. I gotta check that out. So yeah, so if you're so you saw that group on the thank you video. So if you're interested in like coming together live, we'll do that again. It's actually in Tennessee. We'll do that again. It's right next to Gatlinburg. But we'll do that again next year. But the tickets will probably go on sale in March. So again, there will be I give Paint Party Headquarter members first dibs on tickets. So usually I give y'all about a 2-hour head start to buy the tickets. So I don't even know if I'm going to have to go live this year on Texas Art and Soul, because Paint Party Headquarters has grown so much. So I'm pretty sure they will all be sold out before we even try to go live on Texas Art and Soul this year. But yeah, so that's happening on October 7th. So we've been gearing up for that as well. But don't worry. For those of you, you will definitely have first dibs at tickets for next year's event. And it's really, really fun. So you'll be seeing a lot. Linda, the tickets this year were around $400. But I actually have to raise that price next year. So we are making no money on this event. After you rent Dollywood, I don't know if y'all have ever tried to rent Dollywood before, but it is expensive, and just paying the lunches, oh my goodness. So yeah, I always tell people, I'm like, I preach a profit every party. So when I preach that, I got to live that. And so we were doing the budget this week, and I was like, yeah, we're calling this a wash, but it's really about just getting everybody together, meeting people in person, and we do a big paint party event together. It's a great opportunity to be at a Paint Party Business Live and to market yourself as the person they need to come to. So it's really, really cool. So yeah, I'll do some little Instagram lives and kind of show y'all a little bit behind the scenes while we're there. But we do have a virtual version. The virtual version is $147, and it's a 3-hour masterclass, but it's not the whole event. So I want to be very careful about, I don't want people to think they're getting the event for that. So if you're interested in that, just message us. But that's just kind of like a dream big masterclass, and I'll be live in the Dolly Suite, actually teaching from the Dolly Suite. So no, that's not the price for everything. Christine, that's the price for the ticket, which is a 2.5-day conference. It's where I'm teaching you live in person. And then basically that has 2-day passes to Dollywood. And then you still have to pay for like your hotel and your travel. But it is so much fun. So yeah, watch for March for that. But don't think about that now. That's not something to think about right now. So all right, guys. Well, it's been fun. I'm so glad y'all are part of Paint Party Headquarters. I know we're 30 minutes over, so I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. But I just wanted to say welcome. So happy you're here. And as you get confused, remember, it's just a couple of keystrokes away in that Paint Party Headquarters group, and then we'll go from there. And then I want you to mark your calendars for 6 p.m. on the 21st, 6 p.m. Central. We're going to do an official kind of welcoming ceremony. And then on September 22nd is the Make Money Now Challenge. That's where I'm going to be teaching every single one of you in Paint Party Headquarters the new reverse paint party strategy that is making money. So I've been testing it and it's working, and I'm already making money from it. So I want y'all to do it as well. And then on the 24th, the last thing I want you to write down is 11 a.m. Central, the coffee and brainstorm session. So if you can be there for any of those, that is wonderful. And that's where we divide you up into breakout sessions. You're going to get to know some of the other members, as well as share design, share ideas, share what's working, share what's not working, and we're going to all be helping each other. So yeah, so that's where we're at. So then I just want to say a big welcome, and also and as you have questions, just go there. If you get stuck and you can't get into the app, make sure you do support at paintpartyheadquarters.com if you need help with that. And then, yeah, and try not to take it all in one weekend. Can we just all raise our right hand and promise? Let's unmute and all promise together. I'm going to repeat something, and I want y'all to let me unmute y'all. Let me see if I can do. Okay, so please repeat after me, okay? I promise.
I promise.
Not
I promise.
to.
Not.
Okay, so let's try again. Let's start again. I promise.
I promise.
Not to try to watch.
Not to try to
watch. All the trainings for 2 full years.
All the trainings for 2 full years.
By the end of this weekend.
By the end of this weekend.
Okay, we have you documented, okay? So do not do that. All right, guys, if y'all want to all yell bye, and we'll end it, and then I'll see y'all in the group.
Okay,
bye. Thank you.
Bye.
Thanks, Heidi.
You're welcome. So nice to meet you.
Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.